Hey, y'all ready to go live with the In Your Ear Radio family after dark with my day one crew? This is where we talk about some things that don't matter and some things that do. You know how we do. It's going to be lit, y'all. So make sure you grab your drink and have your two step and your thoughts and your drink word of the day because we about to get into it, okay? So I'm going to give y'all a chance to get it together and then we'll be right back. Hey, I got my drink and my two step, my drink and my two step, my drink and my two step. It's on, it's on, it's on, and I'm home. Get the Patron, the vodka, whatever you drink, Hennessy, and tell them that it's on. Welcome to In Your Ear Radio. I am your host, Latoya. So very happy to be with you on this fine evening. We about to turn up, y'all. We need to talk. We need to chat. We need to talk. So get ready to be live in the chat so we can have a conversation and get into what it is to get into. So let me go ahead and bring on my peeps. Y'all go ahead and get live in the chat, Facebook and YouTube. Love and appreciate y'all for hanging out with your girl on, and the crew. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all pulled up for the crew. So let me go ahead and pull my crew in. And we'll do ladies first around here in this piece. Let me go ahead and add on Miss Trish. And before I bring her on right on to the thing, let me go ahead and get her applause going up in here. All right, Miss Trish, what's up?
Hey, y'all. How you
I feel
doing?
like I gotta give you another applause. Wait a minute. Never mind. I was like, that's what's up. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
It's been a
I feel like
minute. Been a minute.
when's the last time? We've been after dark.
It's I
Couple
can't even
months. This
remember.
year,
Well,
has
you
it
know
been this
what? Was
year?
it New Year's Eve?
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Wow.
Or we did like a New Year's Eve show, I think.
Yeah, I think we did something. We brought in the new year. We caught up
Yeah.
on. Yeah, because we was talking about do we add an S to New Year or we just keep it singular? You know what I'm saying? I think the consensus was we can say years because we being hopeful. We thinking of years in abundance.
Right.
I think that's what we talked about. But okay, I'm so happy to be with you. I know it's gonna be lit tonight. You ready to go?
Ready.
You ready to go? Okay. And then we got our next day one crew. You know what I'm saying? This is our first caller, the first person ever called into my first ever radio show. So affectionately, I've been calling him that since day one, and he been rocking with your girl since day one. So let me go ahead and do my applause in first. And then go ahead and pull on in first caller. How you doing?
What up, though?
More applause. Y'all can tell I'm excited, huh?
Sam, what up, though?
Yeah, what up though? Listen, yeah, it do what it do. Just getting through each day. That's all I can say much.
That's
How
right.
you doing?
I'm good. One day at a time.
One day at a time.
Busy. NBA playoffs, so I'm ecstatic
Okay.
right now. So
Okay, who's your team?
I ain't got a team per se. I like players.
Okay, yeah,
I used to like teams. Now I like players.
Yeah. Back in the day before they took so much agency over themselves in the NBA, most people had a team, right? They had a jersey because your favorite player stuck with that team. That was his franchise. He got hired there and he retired there. You know what I'm saying? But now they move around based on the money. So it's like I hear that now. Like, yeah, they don't really have a particular team. They follow a player like LeBron. So who you following?
I love Russell Westbrook. I love John Morant, Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler. The list goes on.
Okay.
I feel like the Lakers would be further ahead if they play Bronny some more.
Shit. Now, don't get me wrong. Their ratings may go up.
Play Bronny. I'm Team Bronny.
Man,
Why did not playing Bronny so much?
what's
She
that?
not good. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Bronny, he need more development. I think he'd be a decent player, but right now it ain't it. Like he ain't ready for the big dogs right now.
I like him. I'm gonna get me a
They
jersey.
moved him too soon. It was too soon.
Yeah, but I support the nepotism though. You know, the white folks do it all day long, so I support Bron putting his son in position.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%.
So over time, you think he'll show improve? Just right now, he's just gonna be warming the bench. Is that what you think?
Yeah, I give him a couple years before he really turns into an NBA player.
Okay. So Mr. Banks, he's gonna be right behind us. Joining us shortly. But in between time, I want to just thank all of you guys for joining us. It's my pleasure. I'm so excited. You know, I love y'all, my Day One crew, for real. Like y'all rock with y'all girl. Since day one, since my first show, since you first heard about it, you've been a supporter and just encouraging me, to continue on. So I appreciate y'all. Shout out to Genuinely Poised who's in the chat. She said, what's goody Day One? Happy Saturday. Hoo-dee-hoo. Yeah, she said it's been too long, and she feel like some kind of way about it. She said she loved this show. Listen, everybody loved the After Dark show, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think they like most about this After Dark shenanigans?
That's a good question. I think just the freedom, just get your shit off. Yeah.
And we, have our cocktails. And you guys don't forget that we also have a drink word. We need a drink word so we can sip. So some of us, we don't really need a reason to drink, but we're gonna make it fun. So I know, Trish, didn't you say you had one in mind?
A drink word?
Yeah.
No, not vampires, because we ain't gonna
Not
be saying
vampires,
that all night. But maybe, I don't know, music. I like music. I got Hendrix on my shirt today.
You got to pull your camera down. It say music on your shirt?
No, I got Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, okay, Hendrix. Okay. That guitar. That's one of the things we're going to talk about this too, you guys.
Right. That's the reason why I wore
it. The movie Sinners. For those who haven't seen it, I strongly encourage y'all to go see it. Don't let nobody tell you it's witchcraft or it's Antichrist, because I had somebody.
Or a horror movie.
Right. Horror. I mean, it's horror because vampires are horrible to me.
So y'all got to put me on. I'm not even familiar with it.
Yeah. Oh, really? With Ryan Coogler and what's his name?
Michael B. Jordan. Are you kidding?
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah. Put some respect.
Out of touch.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Don't you like him? Don't you like Michael B. Jordan as an actor?
I don't watch TV really. I'm like, all I'm watching is basketball right now. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
you
it.
serious?
I don't watch TV at all.
Wow.
Yes, I couldn't tell you what's going on.
Well, you got somebody in the chat offering a drink word. What about anything that starts with M? Ooh, okay. That might be a problem. Maybe. Look, that's
on me.
Shout out to my girl Maria in the chat. She said, "Hey, happy Saturday! Happy Saturday! I know you got your drink, your Chardonnay. I know you doing you. I'm so glad she with us today, y'all. Yeah, so we're gonna get into this movie. Yeah, you gotta get in touch. So really, you don't know? Do you follow the news, politics? I
follow current events. So like in terms of like entertainment, my source of entertainment is sports right now. That's pretty much it. And of course, the news and current events, like the Shannon Sharp shit, what's going on. And, I've been following this story here where somebody got caught. There was migrants or immigrants who got caught with over 180,000 rounds of ammunition.
What? Yeah. Wait, what happened now? Back up.
Like, so this was in Canyon City, Colorado. So apparently he bought 180,000 rounds from Utah. And when he got pulled over, ironically, he got pulled over from Florence, which is where El Chapo's at. And he got links to the cartel. Mm-hmm. So now
he's not pulled over. Who was this?
This was some immigrants.
Okay.
They flew into Denver or DIA.
Okay.
Some ammunition and was driving it to southern Colorado. And they're doing with all that ammunition.
Wow.
Are they trying to get El Chapo out?
Ironically, that's 15 minutes away, and it was heavy artillery like 308s and shit for AKs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
180,000 rounds.
Dang.
So, what do you think that's about? Do you have your thoughts about that?
From what I hear, there may be a cartel hub in Pueblo, Colorado, which is maybe like 4 or 5 hours outside of Denver, and it sounds like those headed that way. So, only thing I can think of with America waging war on the cartel, I think the cartel is suiting up to combat the U.S. military, if you ask me. But it's just my speculation. I'm not too sure, but it's my speculation. because somebody else just got caught in Wyoming with 18,000 rounds. Another immigrant. So.
And when you say immigrant, these people are citizens in the United States, or they just came here to transport?
Yeah, they just came here to transport, and the ones that got to Colorado got deported twice already. So they in fact immigrants. At least from the so.
I hope they who is the target?
Good question. And then when the police asked him, "What you doing all this round?" He was like, "I'm going to target practice with my wife." He's full of shit.
That could happen.
So, yeah,
I just want to know who the target is.
Right. Yeah.
Or who the targets are.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah, I think that's important to know. I think that's interesting. Quite interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into that story and follow that. Okay, so that's a lot. Wow, I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, me either.
But they keep us distracted because we're gonna talk about some stuff that's very distracting.
Shannon Sharpe is distracting, but I'm into it.
Lord.
But I'm into it.
Listen. I don't know about to say about. Listen, I was just telling somebody he can get on my nerves the way he talking. Like it's like his whole face move, his nose and his mouth happen at once. The fuck.
Damn alligator or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You got me.
Uh-huh.
But I want to get into the story. But the crazy thing is that soon as things like this happen, they always say that like they're going after somebody trying to take them down. And I do believe that to be true because he is blowing up to some degree. But can they really take you down if you haven't done anything to be taken down? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you get an ammunition?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you one of these immigrants just coming over here transporting, and then you mad because you got caught? Now you in customs about to go to what it was saying, whatever they sending these people to.
It was El Salvador. What are they sending?
El Salvador. I said saying something. Yeah, El Salvador. And somebody you can't come back. You out of our jurisdiction. You know they went before the Supreme Court. This new administration went before the Supreme Court to argue that it's okay to snatch up people and ship them out the country. Like they're fighting to have that right to put it on paper because they don't need the right. We see that they do what the hell they want to do.
Well, that's crazy.
And Maria said we ain't right.
So what's Shannon Sharpe? Have y'all really been following and paying attention to it, or you're just kind of hearing about it here and there?
Say it again.
Shannon Sharpe, have y'all really been paying attention to it?
I mean, I'm not close, but from what I hear, the girl was what a OnlyFans.
Right.
Okay. 19.
Right.
Okay.
Now he ain't got no goddamn bit. Monique told him.
She told him.
Told him.
Yeah.
Come on now, Shannon. It's not that serious, but I don't know. It's something with these country dudes that are they're a magnet for them because like they couldn't have them and they just got to have them. And baby, ain't nothing changed over the years. Nothing has changed since Emmett Till. Nothing.
Right. You ain't lying.
Go see Sinners. First caller.
Okay.
Can't be fucking with the vampires. Vampires are not to be fucking with.
Yeah, they're not good for your soul. You be baptized in eternal fire messing around with them vampires. Baptized in eternal fire. So many tears.
With that chick, I can't even blame her. Shannon Sharpe was a lick to begin with. He's too old to be moving the way he's moving with that kind of money. I mean, so if you ask me,
freaky. It don't be that much freakiness in the world.
Man, not at all.
But here's the thing. A lot of people are poking at that. Like you said, Monique said, leave them young girls alone. I don't think it's age when it comes to people suing for money when it's a money grab. If that's what it is, I'm gonna be a Libra and I'm gonna have balance and I'm gonna be hypothetically. He could have been roughing him up. Just because a man got money and he's respected by the public, don't mean that he ain't a monster. Shout out to R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but at the same time, people say, oh, because you chasing, a certain skin tone or a certain age. Is that, you know what I'm saying? Because they use that against, what was her name? Anita Hill, when she was trying to tell us that Clarence Thomas wasn't nothing, and he was calling it a lynching and saying that, she going after a black man, but she was saying she was being sexually harassed by this man. And this is why y'all shouldn't let him be Supreme Court justice. And even our former president, Biden, was kind of, looking at her side eye. He was like, this is a lynching, a black man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Like that was a black woman. And she was 19.
Right.
Very well educated.
Yeah. But see, like with Shannon Sharp, I'm surprised how he handling it. Like immediately, I never seen nobody get allegations and immediately release a statement. But where your PR team and where your lawyer at? We ain't heard nothing from the lawyer. It's all him. He's going on Instagram, Twitter, wherever. He's talking to anybody who's willing to listen. He at the barbershop talking about, yeah, that wasn't me. Like, man, knock it off. Like,
well, that's why he's in the situation he's in, because I don't think he has his stuff set up properly.
Well, he has attorneys.
They're about to get it.
His attorneys are allowing him to do this. You think he wouldn't listen to his attorneys and not speak unless they're giving him authorization to do so?
Right.
I say it's a money grab from all angles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
This is reality TV, people's drama.
Yeah, the OnlyFans model, she been talking money from the get-go, and they via text and all that stuff. Asking for money and 50,000 here and 25 here. And, you know, she been asking money from the get-go. So that was a red flag if you ask me. He should have been blocked her.
But what was that all about, though? Do y'all really think he was like wanting to choke her, or do you think he was playing a skit or something?
I think they role play that way, and that's just how they kind of talk to each other. But that's probably how she set it up from the beginning, because from the beginning,
but now
it was a trap.
I agree with that too, but also Shannon Sharp used to work for CBS back in 2010. He was accused of choking one of the women behind the scenes then.
Oh.
And then he went over to FS1 from 2016 to 2003, I believe, 2023. He was accused of sexually harassing a woman there too. So there's a pattern behind the scenes, and it hasn't been addressed. Whether it's true or not, who am I to say?
Yeah.
But if it's where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm minding my black woman business. I don't give a fuck what happened. I give a fuck. If they take every last single dime, he deserved that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You said he deserved it? Why do you say that?
Well, like First Caller said, he has a history of this type of stuff. You can't think that you can just continue, especially with R. Kelly, especially with Diddy, especially with, you know what I mean? Like all this stuff, like your time is gonna come. You don't see that and say, you know what, let me calm down.
Right, yeah.
Because they getting people left and right.
Yeah.
You got to remember who they serve. When you get to a certain level, you do think you're untouchable. They make you believe you are something that you're not. But like I said to someone earlier today, that the universe will show you who you are. The world will show you who you are. So the money, once you get money and you have that power and you have that leverage as far as money, and that gives you that power, and that's how you choose to rock. That's just how you rock. You just needed access to the opportunity. So I feel you on that, you know, because they be doing too much.
But in this day and age,
real freaky.
Why are you still talking on the phones the way they talking on the phone in this day and age, knowing everything is recorded?
Because he played football. I mean, no pun, but I'm just saying they be getting mashed up.
Old nigga from the South.
See, what is a CTE? It's a real thing.
Yeah,
and a mixture from dude from the South. Yeah.
I mean, stuff like that.
Alligator. The whole Facebook. Shut up. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is what do you say? This is
a money grab.
A money grab.
Yeah.
No, he said a shakedown.
Shakedown. That's right. Yeah, but and then he always associated with sex. But like I said, there's like, you know, was mentioned, he's had other allegations, and now it's like a domino effect now, right?
Right.
But the media, you hear a lot of that, people just saying, oh, they're trying to take down another black man. And I'm just like, don't put him in the category with black people. He did that separate from being black.
Right.
Right. And then not to mention, he got a late night show too, right? And he be on there objectifying women all the time. Yeah. So if you ask me,
with Ocho Cinco, that one.
Yeah, with Ocho Cinco, exactly. That nightcap. And so I'm thinking, if I'm a woman, let's say if I'm a pimp, I'm paying close attention to the situation, right? And I'm a sender because he's easy lit.
Yeah.
All he want to do is, and he got the money, so yeah, he asked for it. If you ask me,
that's what I'm saying. He get whatever come, he deserve it.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, I guess he
Well, we
learned.
told him to get him an older black woman who liked to cook and clean.
Yeah.
But
They
they,
don't
what
down
Mommy
there.
say,
Oh,
rub
yeah.
his feet. I'm like, damn, I'm slipping.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't older yet. That's what I said. I ain't old enough yet. I don't know. But yeah, shout out to my sweetie. I love you, boo boo.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? So, but she told us some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Get with somebody basically who cares for you about your well-being and just wants you to relax and just settle down. Just let's live this life in harmony. You out here taking risks. You know what I'm saying? And what you risking it all for? Look what you losing now. You have this top, you know, they make you now, they take you down and make you face it. They'll take your tongue out, put your opinion in a bag and make you taste it. However it said, I'm quoting Lauryn Hill, everything is everything. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Now his opinion is in the bag. They done shook it up. They're going to show him who really pulling the strings. You know what I'm saying? Because he's blowing up.
Yeah. And they don't like that.
And he's come off NFL before too because of allegations.
I mean,
not NFL, ESPN.
Yeah.
That could be Skip's niece.
We need a drink word because I need an excuse. What's the drink word, y'all?
We're looking in the chat.
Huh? Yeah, I'm looking in the chat. Hold on. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in your ear radio. After Dark with my day one crew. You know how we do. We get lit. We talk about some shit that matters and, you know, some shit that don't. And we have a very good time. So we're going to just do a drink word. Trish said no to vampires. We got somebody in the chat said anything that starts with the letter M. So I'm just going to say money. How about that? Is that a medium? Because money can turn people into vampires.
Money grab.
You know what I'm saying? Money grab. Okay. It's definitely a money grab.
No, it could be money, but I'm just saying money.
Okay, I got you. So yeah, that's what it's gonna be. Let me go ahead and fix that. Yeah. Listen, something that threw me off, right? But I'm just starting to have less faith in these rappers, entertainers as it is. But I'm listening to a clip with Wiz Khalifa, and he literally was telling somebody in her interview that he believes Earth is flat.
Yeah. Did he say that for real? That's crazy.
That's what he said.
Well,
but I'm not surprised. A lot of people feel that way, though.
Yeah, a lot of people actually do feel that way.
You think a lot of people?
Gail and them went to space. They saw the curvature of the Earth. Gail and Katy Perry and them.
Yeah. When people say ignorant stuff, sometimes I got time, and so I'll listen to just their perspective just to see if they just inebriated or if they really believe what the hell they saying. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, but now
sometimes I just just be wanting to hear what the hell they about to say, and they might persuade me, and I'm just like, why does he think like this? But I'm gonna play this clip of him explaining himself about
yeah.
That's another thing.
That was my first thought.
Yeah.
I talk a lot of weed.
A good cushion alcohol.
I definitely got my thoughts. I thought I was playing a clip. Let me see. I might not have a clip. It might just be the I'll read what he says anyway. So no, it is. It just won't play, huh? Yeah, I hate it. I'm the producer. So anyway, basically, I don't have
no space.
Yeah. He said he just believed that we live on a flat plane. That's just his explanation. And so there's questions. Mark Lamont Hill asked him, did you ever get to the edge of the earth? And Wiz says, nah, it's not that. I think there's more masses than just what we see, because it was one thing before and it's spread out. You think it's the mushrooms or something else? So Melissa Ford says, so is it layered like pastry? And he says, I wouldn't say layered like pastry, because this is this interview. He said, I would just say, like, if this rug was the world, we would be over there somewhere, and there's just way more that we haven't discovered. He says, that's what I think, because when I travel, the routes that we take and how we do it, it's not possible to go up and down. You're just going straight. The hell? He ain't went over no mountain or no hill ever in life. Is that what he's trying to tell me?
That nigga high. Like, that's crazy. Like, but now, And let's entertain it for a second, though. Have anybody ever have we ever debunked one theory or the other, whether it's flat or round?
Huh?
Has it ever been debunked, whether it's flat or round?
Well, I look at certain things. Just for example, the name Earth represents what the shape is, that it's round, that you can't go to the edge of the Earth. If you think about hemispheres, planes fly in different hemispheres, because there's got to be an up and a down, because it's not a flat plane, or it would be just whatever it is at that level. But there's different levels, so you can be up, and the atmosphere is different, the weather's different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a different hemisphere. It's spring in one part of the hemisphere, which is where we are, and on the other side of the hemisphere, it's cold. You know what I'm saying? So it's different seasons. Would that be flat? I mean, is it possible? I don't know. I think about how planes fly. I just think he just smoked too much damn weed. And I mean, he had a baby with Amber Rose. Like, really? Why are we even talking about him, right?
Right, yeah.
That's what my takeaway. I don't know. So has it been debunked? How do you debunk it? Do you have any ideas?
Good question. I mean, I'm still trying to debunk whether we went to the moon or not, for real. So.
You think we went to the moon?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think probably
I know for damn sure Gail and Katy Perry.
Somebody said we can't talk about Gail.
They don't talk about Gail.
Nobody say nothing. This is a game we're gonna play two lines. But nobody say nothing about.
So is that what they're saying? They went to space?
I ain't saying nothing bad about Gail, but I sure as didn't go to space.
Okay.
But they went to Michigan.
They went up sightseeing.
They went into the atmosphere and came back. They came outside of this hemisphere into another hemisphere. They went up from down. They was down, they went up.
What's the purpose of that?
Maybe they went the other way. I don't know.
I don't know, but I will say this. If you guys look at when they landed, first of all, there was no footage on when they landed, but when they landed, somebody from the inside of the thing opened the door. And then some lady went up there and was like, said something to them, and the door closed. And then Bezos came with his little special.
That's what I heard.
Thing to open the door because it's closed tight. Yeah, it wasn't right. That's not right. Whatever that is, that wasn't right.
Yeah, shout out to the flat earthers and people that want to go into space for millions of dollars, and while there's still people dying of starvation on the planet. Like, how does that save us? I get, you only have one life to live, and if your dream is to travel abroad or do something adventurous, skydive, maybe that was on her bucket list. But
no, not the way she kissed that ground. She was so damn happy to be back
right?
down.
I didn't even see that.
She went on that roller coaster ride and was like, "Hey,"
because she knows she was playing Russian roulette with her life. Because remember, this is the same guy whose things be blowing up. Just saying, like, the man who builds them.
But my thing, they got them people was stuck up there for what, 9 months?
Yeah.
Well, they say that.
And they just went up and came back down?
They kind of was just on an extended job assignment. They couldn't transport them. And so I guess stuck is a good term. But yeah, that's crazy. It's really, really crazy. I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't, it didn't matter to me one way or the other. I'm like, water's still wet. You know what I'm saying? What's new? Right. You know what I'm saying? What's new? I don't know. Is Kanye trying to distract us, y'all? I mean, I don't even know if I want to talk about this. I'm like, is this real?
I think Kanye don't care if he check out or not.
Yeah.
I think he's at the point where he's done with this.
Kanye, a wild boy. I also think too, though, no matter whenever there's something in the world that's going on that's popping, or whenever there's not no attention on him, particularly when there's an album coming out for him, he said the most salacious shit.
Yeah.
Oh, does he have an album coming out?
Yeah, he just dropped his album called Bully. He dropped the album every week. Yeah, called Bully.
But do he really need to do that though? I mean, do we need to take it that far? I
mean, that's that outrage marketing, and that's what I'm talking about. We hear from Kanye. We don't hear from Kanye, that often, but when we do, there's an album coming out somewhere. And then when he talked, he said the most outlandish shit. And I'm assuming for album sales.
When is Kanye's birthday?
Ooh,
Nobody knows. Nobody cares.
yeah.
Look, I'm gonna look it up.
I was just wondering his astrological sign.
If you was to guess, what do you think?
Crazy. He's
If
born
I were to
June,
guess,
June
Yeah,
8th.
Gemini.
June 8th.
Is that a
Okay.
Gemini?
That's true.
Makes sense.
Y'all, look what I found. Do y'all remember this? I swear to God.
Cause
I just think about Trish made this. She was like, look, I cuss a lot. This is what I'm gonna do.
right.
And look at it.
Shit,
Hold up.
she didn't grown because I don't think she cussed all night yet. I haven't
Listen,
heard one yet.
you well behaved.
I think it's just normal, and you guys don't notice that I do it.
Oh,
Oh,
It's
that's
just part of my vocabulary.
yeah.
You've gotten used to it, so I can get it. But anyway, just backtracking. If you guys haven't heard, Kanye, he did a tweet maybe like 2 days ago, just basically saying how from the age of I think 6 to 14 that he was giving fellatio to his cousin. I don't know if it was an elder cousin or a younger cousin. They were the same age. I don't know if you guys know.
His cousin was 6.
From 6 to 14. Oh, his cousin was?
His cousin was 6.
They both were 6.
So I don't know. He didn't specify his age, but his cousin was 6 though.
But what do you think that he meant when he said that his dad's Playboy magazines was one thing, but his mom's magazines was something different?
Something different.
What kind of magazines you think his mama had?
Now that's up to your imagination, but they were different for sure. I believe.
His mama had the gay magazines.
That's what I'm trying to.
If I'm not mistaken, that's where he was like, they seen the two niggas kissing or whatever, and they reenacted the scenes or something like that.
Was that what it was?
I mean, that's what he said in the song. Have you heard
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't listen to his music. I guess I get clues, huh? I could. Really
he break it down in a song called Cousins. So he break it down.
I heard that.
So for me, I've seen online with some people trying to give him a little sympathy for coming, like, oh man, it's tragic or what have you, right? Or you're strong for coming out. But I'm like, man, you low key admitting to being a predator. You know what I mean? If
No, I think they were the same age.
Well, see, he didn't specify the age, so I'm not sure. But
I mean, well, he was 6 when he started looking at the magazine. So I mean,
all I'm thinking of, like, Kanye's he's admitting to being a predator. You know, I'm like,
I don't think he's a predator. I believe him about his cousin, but I believe they were like the same age.
But now he also said that he take fault because his cousin ended up going to prison, who's in prison now, for ended up killing a pregnant woman. And he said he believed he take credit for he take responsibility for that, thinking because of him giving his cousin fellatio is why his cousin went off on the deep end. Kanye's a wild boy.
Yeah, you think of people that never cease to amaze you. The stuff he says is amazing. Even when he brought up like Jay-Z's kids and Beyonce's kids, like it's like you really have to ignore him because he's off the chain. Like I feel like he does need medication just to control what comes out of his mouth.
Do you believe him, first caller? Do you think that happened? Like, was the song that in detail? Because I haven't heard the song.
I don't think so. I think Kanye is just reaching, looking for attention. He's looking for another way to shock the people. You know, I mean, to him, maybe being a homosexual or being part of the gay community is trendy now. I mean, he didn't offend everybody else, so now he's looking for somebody to have an alliance with, in my opinion. You know, but I don't know. I can't say we ain't from the cousin yet. Where that cousin at?
He in jail for murder.
Right, now I'm waiting for that part of the reality TV show where the cousin comes out and says he's a liar or he's telling the truth and suing him for 20-50 million. You know,
right? Yeah, I mean, but I don't know.
I just wish he would just shut up. Like, I don't follow him, but if you have access to social media, you're gonna see that come across your timeline. So you're gonna be aware of his randomness. It's just like y'all's president. You don't be following this person, but every day is some new stuff that's just involuntarily on your timeline. And so that's how you get engaged with this. And then in some instances, it sparks the conversation, right? This stuff happens, but it's like it's like the way he's serving it up. Just go somewhere and get help. You all over the place, dude.
He definitely
You're a
needs
Trump
some help.
supporter. I don't know. You had this weird relationship with this lady. I guess he's married to her.
Yeah, sometimes.
And I think a lot of it is for attention, but at the same time, it's like you're doing too much. You're a grown ass black man. Can you just get it together?
Right.
Like, we get it. You're bizarre. Go back into your cage.
Right. Like you see before the song, he did an interview with that KKK hoodie. Did you see that?
What? No.
Yeah,
It was black. It was black though.
All black. Yeah. Like what?
What?
What are you doing? He just doing it for shock value, I think.
Some people love the fame.
Outrage marketing is what they call it.
Some people are suckers for the fame. Some people are really vampires. They want to be immortal. They want to live forever by any means necessary. Shout out to Genuine Pose. She said it's disturbing. It's a disturbing situation, regardless, perhaps because he's an artist and he is using this as a form of therapy or release. Unfortunately, the world wasn't trying to hear that. Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What happened to listener discretion advised around here, guys?
Right. And what's even more disturbing was he describing what he's doing to his cousin, right? And he harmonizing like a motherfucker. I mean, like, he really trying to make it sound good. I'm like, man, that was crazy to me.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to go listen to the damn song.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Like, if it wasn't for the content, you'll be like, okay, this might be a little vibe. But then listening to it, you're like, oh, you tripping. Yeah, he wild.
Yeah. I've been trying not to, take in too much of him because he's a bit much. It's so much going on. Just looking on social media, you can just get lost in la la land. When they say you can go down a rabbit hole, yeah, you can go down a rabbit hole. It's really a hot mess.
Disgusting. I'm not gonna listen.
I can't get it. I know.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do myself like that.
That's funny.
I ain't gonna give him the little stream.
Yeah, he wild.
There's this girl I just discovered. Like, she's a girl. She says she, her on her page. I guess people give their pronouns now too.
Yeah.
Cut the damn crap.
Right.
He said, cut the crap.
I can't keep it.
I mean, I feel you. What's her name? She's calls herself Smoke the Creator. I just thought this was interesting. She was talking about dreams. She talks about a lot of different stuff, just like the spiritual world and what you're experiencing. So she was telling in this clip, she's talking about how your dreams are really your reality. Like, it's telling you, it's giving you a blueprint. I just want to see what you guys think about this. So let me rewind it.
Okay.
And I'm the producer.
So real, it followed you all day long. That wasn't just a dream.
It wasn't a dream.
That was a transmission, a download, an instruction manual from your spirit to your waking self. We've been taught to forget our dreams, to just brush them off as random. But chosen ones, we don't dream. We remember. Dreams are the back door to the soul. That's where ancestors speak. That's where Source drops codes. That's where the matrix glitches and truth seeks through.
It's longer, but so y'all catch her drift?
Yeah.
I do, but I hope not, because some of my dreams be wild.
Right, you feel me?
Motherfucker. Shit. I don't need that to be my reality.
Right. It sounded so good. But then you think about it like hell to the no. But she be coming with it though.
I know, I've seen some of her videos. Okay. I just wish that she would
brush.
It's a it's a little distracting.
Like it feel like you struggle. Just let it go.
Sometimes I can't get the message because I'm like, okay, but if she just
it's her bun, y'all. We're talking about her bun. Like,
it's more than the goddamn bun. It's a lot more than the bun.
See, and me, I don't think everything can be that deep. I think every now and again you might get a gem and some dreams here and there. I think
Yes,
most of the time it's full of
absolutely.
bullshit. A lot of times it's full of empty thoughts or whatever. You know what I mean? Now again, every now and again you might get a gem, something else to pay attention to. Or we
Absolutely.
may wake up and be like, "Damn, you know what I dreamed about last night?" It may strike a conversation. But I've never been the one to intentionally forget a dream. If it's interesting, I'm gonna talk about it and see what somebody else thinks. But other than that, my dreams are full of bullshit.
I do, however, think that some dreams, the ones that you forget, they do come up later on in the form of the deja vu. And then you're like, okay, wait, this shit happened before. I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, deja vu. Shout out to Tina Marie. Every time I hear that word, I think of Tina Marie.
Yeah.
I love that song. I've been here before. Yeah. Y'all feel like I've been here before?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I think I was Mexican in my previous life.
Really? Why?
The one before this one. I love Mexican food. I love Mexican food. I don't know. I think I kept the same name. It was Patricia, like I like Mexican people.
Yeah.
Give us your favorite Mexican phrase in Spanish.
Señorita.
Puta. No, I don't.
No, ma'am.
I don't know. I don't really. I speak
Poquito
español. But I don't know. I think I was Mexican in my previous life. I just did.
Yeah, I did.
I was still a woman, but I was Mexican.
You think you were a woman in your past life?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. But I don't think I was here before. Like if I was, then no.
Why?
It's your first experience?
Huh?
Think it's your first go around?
Yeah, to some degree, yeah. I don't feel like this is my world, that I'm not native to this. I'm visiting, learning, but yeah. I think Earth is kind of special.
Ghetto.
It's ghetto.
So you were in a different galaxy, like
from a different universe. You know what I'm saying? A different dimension. Because everything, I think, all our experiences build, up to lessons that we have to learn. So when I hear that and people say they've been here before, I'm hearing you repeating a lesson.
Right. I think I was here before too, but in a different time era, in a different era.
Yeah, absolutely. What era though?
I would think probably like the medieval era or something where there was a lot of war and hierarchy and stuff like that.
Well, we weren't part of that. We went over there with the English.
But I
think I've been black my whole however long I existed spiritually.
I don't know. I just, it's weird to me. Like I'll sit there and tell you how I literally don't watch TV. I watch sports and news, and that's it. The only thing that interests me is things that as it relates to war, regardless of the type of war, the fall of empires and all that good stuff. That's something I'm interested in. Other than that.
So where do you get your news and information from when you do look into that?
Just different sources. Like first, I hear stories from those that was there. Like let's say we talk about the war in Iraq, right? Just to keep it in modern time. Talk about the war in Iraq. I'm listening to a soldier give his testimony. Nowadays everybody got platforms or podcasts, and they'll say, "Well, I was a part of that Bin Laden raid," so I'll see who's interviewing them, hear that story to kind of go down a rabbit hole from there as it relates to that particular topic. Now, when I move to the war on Russia, it's about somebody who's actually there, and I go down that rabbit hole. And if I'm talking about World War II, I'm trying to find somebody who was actually there and go down that rabbit hole.
Okay. I like it.
So I would follow the New York Times, except they charge.
Yeah, I know.
But I like looking at foreign news. I used to like Al Jazeera. It's a whole nother perspective, and you see so much more that's going on in the world. Even watching C-SPAN, it's uncut, unfiltered, just information. You do what you will with it versus what we watch. When it comes to cable news and local news, it's propagandized. Right. It's curated for their liking. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, it's not beneficial to us because news needs to be objective. We need to be able to be critical thinkers and be able to take in information, understand what it all means, not people telling us what it means and saying okay. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Right.
they
Because
don't
we
like
know that
our
ain't
asses
true.
right now. The
Yeah.
rest of the world.
The only thing I watch the local news for is African weather. Other than that, I don't pay attention to the local news at all.
No, I do like the local news because I need to know what the fuck is going on around here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the local news.
And now if y'all got them rings and all that, they got all these online neighborhood people. I heard they be snitching in them little neighborhood chats.
They do.
Girl, they do.
They do.
Talking mess. I wanted to put some in the neighborhood chat when I was, the racism I experienced,
Don't
But they told me
let
they
a
couldn't.
loud noise happen. Girl, I go to the neighborhood
Go
about
on
10
our chat.
and see what happened. Where was it
Right.
at? What happened? Who did it?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I'm
I
just
love
not. I just say I'm just the least nosiest person because it's on a need to know basis for me. Like I ain't got time. They
Real
they be doing too much.
But now
Did
is
you
that a
guys
form
hear
of
about the dude in Lake Las Vegas who was
No.
throwing rocks at this construction worker because he said he
Really?
was being too loud, and he got them all recorded and stuff? I'm like, oh shit, don't bring that shit here. Don't do it. I mean, I know it's here, but
What is that about?
Trump,
so
you
he was
know,
throwing rocks at the construction workers and they were too loud?
yeah,
Because he's working, obviously, right? So
working.
Mental health is real, y'all.
oh man.
Just think that remind me of what was it? D-Ray. He made a joke about Cat Williams, how he thinks about things. He said, he had a bunch of girls outside in bikinis washing his car in the rain. Tomorrow, keep it dry, bitches. Keep it dry. Like what? Make it make sense. What it almost do? I got these card games. It's called Am I Tripping? So it's like random questions, and then it just like asks you what y'all think about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with this. PC Colbert, if you guys don't know, she has a show on satellite radio, Sirius XM, on Saturdays. Okay, let me see, where do I want to start first? Okay, so am I tripping? So that's what we're trying to figure out. So I ask you a question, you let me know if this person tripping.
Okay.
So this one says, I got into an argument on the street with someone who started cussing me out after I told them I had no change. My date got an attitude with me saying I should have just ignored them. My thing is, I don't care who you are. I'm not going to let anyone talk crazy to me. Is she tripping or is he tripping?
Yeah, I think she tripping because sometimes those people be having mental things going on up here, and you just gotta charge that to that.
You had emotional intelligence.
They don't be wrapped tight. And
me,
let me
I feel
tell
like
you something, those people be filled with spirits and shit. You don't want that shit jumping on your ass.
That's exactly what they trying to do.
And call it what you want. I feel like I'm above arguing with a nigga who asking for change. Nigga, I ain't arguing with you. You asking for 35 cents.
Hello.
No.
I got 5 on your boy. Yeah. Money, baby.
Yeah.
But you're right. Why I'm arguing with you?
Yeah.
Right. And you know
I think I have a look though. People don't even ask me for money no more. I think I have a look where people like, I'm not even fucking with this.
I'll be trying to have that look because I don't be wanting no questions, please. I didn't come out for that.
I mean, when I see him standing outside, I feel like I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
So, that's a good one.
What you need? I'm on the phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. Automatically getting on my phone.
Yeah. Or I have my earbud in. Act like I'm talking to somebody.
Yeah.
Listen, I remember some guy, he had a sign up, and I don't know. Y'all, okay, this is another am I tripping? So, but this situation, yeah, I think she was tripping. Just to give you my take, she seemed a little off because or maybe she lacks emotional intelligence, or she's not used to being around people, so she didn't really know what it was. Right. But okay, but I had pulled up to a gas station one time, and there was a guy, trying to get money, and he was on crutches or whatever. Now I think about it, but you know how I'm saying they be having them crutches. But like I had money, so I got in the car and I grabbed change, and then I took my hand out the car to hand it to him, and he was up against the wall, and he was like, "You want me to come get it?" And I was like,
threw it.
No, I just put it back.
Yeah. No, you ain't tripping.
So who tripping? Like, was I wrong because he was on crutches? I should have known. I should have got up and gave him the courtesy. Or was he tripping?
No.
No,
You better crutch your ass on over and get that goddamn body.
Right. Man, put that upper body strength to work. Man, come on.
No,
That was a long time ago. I remember I had a little red car too.
I would have threw all that change at his ass.
Okay, let me see.
But I could be mean sometimes.
I'm gonna do one more.
Pulled off on him.
Repeat yourself. Repeat that, por favor.
I said I would have signaled them over. Hey, come here, come get this change. And pulled off on him.
No, see, because to me, I'm gonna be humble. I'm not gonna throw no money because that means it's going to the ground. So now I'm being disrespectful. So I'm not gonna block my blessings. Like I put it back and it'll go to a nice home. Somebody who wants that damn change. But I'm not
How are
throwing
you
it.
blocking your blessing? You give it to
Throwing money,
him.
I don't need money.
I'm throwing it your way.
No,
You don't want to walk over here, so I'm gonna throw it over there.
That's crazy. That's just rude.
See,
You know who don't catch you.
that kind of remind me of guys who be having a sign saying, we'll work for food. You go buying food and they like, no, I wanted some money. Or they disregard what you give them. Like, man, I shouldn't give you nothing. You talking about you hungry, so I go buy you a sandwich. You say you'd rather have the money than a sandwich.
Oh no, I don't be giving the vampires money. I'm out of line, but I don't.
Girl, tell Mari. She says, "Hey, family, what you sipping on?" Okay, so here's another. So I'm asking people, for those who just might be hopping on, we're doing a couple of questions about am I tripping? So I'm just going to read a scenario and y'all let me know, is this person tripping? So after a night of drinking with my friend, she got sick and threw up in my car. I told him, he got sick. I told him he needed to give me money to get it professionally cleaned.
Absolutely.
But he said it was my fault for pressuring him to keep drinking. I did keep buying him shots, but as a grown man, he should have known his limit. Who tripping?
Yeah, he tripping. He sound like Shannon Sharp. He tripping.
He need to give her some money. That's disgusting, and that is bodily fluids, and it's nasty. And he needs to give her some money. Who knew you couldn't?
You got me drunk. You had me. You knew my limits. I didn't want to drink, and you just kept giving them to me. So
then also on the flip side of that, as a man, you got to know what you mean. She kept giving them to you.
Right.
You had one. You know your limits. Turn it down.
Here's my thing. I know that I'm just telling her this is a whole true story. I went over, I think it was what birthday was this? Was this our 30th? I don't know. Me and two other friends of mine, our birthdays are in the same month. So we all had a birthday, 80s birthday party at her house. Or it was Hollywood. It was something. I don't know. I remember. But we went over her house and I did not eat before I drank, which is a horrible mistake. Threw up on her carpet. The next morning, I had the carpet cleaners at her house. That's disgusting and that's nasty. My husband cleaned it up when we left the house, but I did have it professionally cleaned. So I'm talking from a true story.
Yeah, I would have felt bad.
I did.
But maybe he was just mad that he got that lady got him drunk. Yeah, I agree though. He's a man. He should know his limits and lesson learned. It cost you a little money.
He was drinking, hoping she would get drunk, and it didn't work out that way.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He was funny.
And he real mad. He big mad about it.
Yeah.
That worked out for him. He should have had it.
It was an early night and I got to clean the car.
He should have had it together.
Yeah, he was tripping.
All right, let me do one more. I went on a date with a guy who was gentleman enough to open the car door and close it after I got in. When he got in the car, the first thing he did was make a sarcastic comment, complaining that I didn't reach over and open his door. It's not like his door was locked. It wasn't like it was locked with him struggling to get in. So I told him it's given tit. It's given tit for that. Oh, tit for that. Tit for tat.
Tit for tat.
Yeah. Tit for tat. Not chivalry.
I think she's
Who's
tripping.
tripping?
And the only reason is that's literally how it worked. I know cars are different now, but back in the day, that's how it worked. When you had to manually lift the lock up,
Yeah.
the man opens your door, you go over here. That's just how it works. So she's not old enough to know. So apparently he was a Shannon Sharp and she was a young 19
That
year
could have
old.
been a drink word.
Know,
Yeah,
and
right.
she don't know the
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean?
I'm with you.
But she don't know. She's not old enough to know. So he basically is out of line because he too old to be fucking with that young girl.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Amari said she
She
confused.
don't know the motherfucking
All
rules.
I heard was Shannon Sharp. Now I know what the hell going on.
It's
Soon as
rules.
she said
Amari,
it,
the
Yeah, 'cause
cars
last
didn't-
night we watching the movie. She put Shannon Sharp in the movie. That's Shannon Sharp. He wasn't in the movie.
Amari, the car doors locks didn't used to just unlock like that. You had to unlock it with the key. Then the lady get in, and then
You reach over and pop it up. Yeah.
Pop up his. It just, or if you didn't pop it up, he'd have to put the key in his door and unlock his door. So you basically saving him a step.
Yeah,
But cars work different now. So
that's a fact.
if
That's
that motherfucker had a car where you had to pop that motherfucking lock,
Yeah. As soon as she said it's given, I knew she was too young. What's she talking about? Chivalry. Sit down.
Spell it, motherfucker.
It's given, tick for tat. Stay out of grown folks' business.
You know, yeah, she talking just like a kid. It's
that's
giving.
two different generations. That's
They
it's
think
no
Exactly.
me.
Exactly.
This generation coming up, they think they therapists and counselors already. They,
Right.
you know, it's giving.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope you're not still confused, Amari. Listen, I know a lot of people, it's prom season. Y'all got some kids going to prom. I know my nephew stepped out. I know
Son.
your boy did too, right, Trish?
He's going a week from today.
Okay.
And he's graduating. I don't know how I feel. I start tearing up every time I think about it.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
shouldn't.
My baby.
It's an accomplishment.
I know.
Never something like that.
I know. I'm happy about it. But I have a 32-year-old, right?
Well,
So I can't help but to think about him doing what she has done. And that's just, oh God, that's my
you see the
baby.
baby?
And all the money, all that money you spent.
Well, yeah.
What, on prom?
Period.
Oh. Well,
In life, for having these babies.
he getting a job. Girl, he started a job on Wednesday. I'm so motherfucking happy.
Yeah.
I
I
did.
heard that. I
Shit.
heard that.
He's going with his best friend, Mo. She's a girl though, but he's going with her.
I heard that.
Her dress gonna be in tomorrow because I keep asking.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look
I
at
want to
her.
match
Oh,
up
they
the color.
did this. You
Huh?
want to make sure your son step out right. She got to have her dress together, huh?
Yes, I need to make sure everything is together.
Okay, helicopter mom. I'm just messing.
I don't think I'm a helicopter mom. I just think
Per
I'm
se.
a mom who cares.
Yeah.
What's helicopter mom? Just the mom who hovering?
Yeah, all up in their business and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too, because she gonna be in the business, and she gonna
Yeah.
call them out.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right, I care about my baby.
Yeah.
Because hell, my son went to prom his senior year just a couple weeks ago. We drove him around.
How
Did
lovely.
you?
Yeah, we rented like a 15-passenger joint.
Oh
And
wow!
Had everybody in the base load up, and we drove him
Gangster.
Like a
Yeah, we drove him
limo
around.
or like one of them party buses.
Yeah. And we took them to, like, they had reservations to go to dinner. We dropped them all up at dinner. Call me when you're ready. I'll be there. Picked everybody up. Took them to the prom. Dropped them all back off. Yeah,
Very
we own that.
good.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with helicopter moms.
No,
They care.
nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
No, I did that too. I took Daryl and his date one year to to the prom. So, and I thought it was sweet.
My son has a car. I got him a car for graduation,
Yeah. See,
so he could drive himself around.
Mm-hmm. Now, would you buy him a car? You still put the gas in the tank?
He starts work on
starting work, and
Wednesday.
he about
First
to-
of all.
he got to go to work.
Okay.
After Wednesday, I'm off the hook.
Right, yeah.
Then when they had a little job, that's when they started buying the toilet paper, the paper towels, gas. You know what I'm saying? Little stuff.
I'ma still buy the house stuff, but he needs to take care of himself.
No, I need
Right.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You gotta learn how to spend that money for the household.
You ain't lying.
What
They
you
use that stuff.
say?
I done seen a kid take the paper towels and just keep going. Just one spill. I'm like,
I will pluck you.
can you stop at one? That's why they got them lines. You peel them, you pull one at a time.
Yeah.
Hell.
Two at the most.
Paper towels in.
Yeah, my son, he's trying to work it. All he does is buy car stuff. He buy car parts all the time. I'm like, God,
really?
That's all he want to do. He buy car parts.
So he has a car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Yeah. So he like fixes it up, or
yeah. That's all he do.
He it out.
Yeah. Palpitations.
That's all he do. Every weekend, it's something new coming to the house. Or he asked me, Dad, do you mind if I buy? I'm looking at some new doors. Can I buy some new doors for this?
Doors.
It's all this dude.
He's building a car.
So what does he have? The doors that go up like that?
No, we was talking about it. He's got regular doors, so he didn't end up getting doors. So he ended up getting headlights. Then he wants some straight pipes, and because his car real loud, it's a muscle car. So he's gonna
loud cars.
Yeah, all he want to do is just add on to it. That's all he want to do is bitch at.
Well, look, he could be doing a lot worse with his money.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good kid. So I'm like, man, do your thing. You're not out here sneaking, smoking weed, and fucking off and none of that stuff. He's a good kid. So I'm like, man, do your thing. But make sure you save him.
Yeah. So, absolutely. Well, that's
the important thing, right? Save. Yeah, it's very important, and it's not hard to do. You just gotta get in the habit of paying yourself. That's what I've always said. Right. I like paying myself. I like having more money than people that's giving me the money.
Mm-hmm. Right, that's true.
I like to have the upper hand. I mean, it's a stretch, but But yeah, you guys. I saw this movie last night, Sinners. I sat in those what are they called? The motion seats. I guess it's not IMAX because I was like, let me make sure before I start telling people I'm at the IMAX. It wasn't IMAX. It was a box seat.
D-box.
So it moves. It's movement. So when they on the road in the car, you with them. You know what I'm saying? When they dancing, you feel the vibe. Look, but when they start bumping and grinding, ain't gonna be no movement. I don't understand how the movement stop. I need the full effect. You know how much it's cost?
That's funny.
I ain't used to paying this.
Oh man, you should have got your money back.
Yeah, I always did. But then the seat was hot, and I was like, "Why am I hot?" And they wasn't hot, and I couldn't find out where the button was. So I'm gonna run it up, and y'all, the seats ain't moving.
Oh, man, that's funny. That's funny.
But I thought but if you think about it, like I said, it was motion on other stuff. But I was like, really, that's how y'all gonna do it? But I want to see it IMAX too. But I really enjoyed this movie.
What's the IMAX difference?
I guess you know how all the
on the ceiling, right?
Cotton was in the air. It's like it comes at you.
Okay.
But just a little extra effect from what we had.
Okay. Gotcha.
But I ain't doing them chairs no more. They was uncomfortable. I couldn't cuddle. Like I'm used to stretching out. Ain't got room to put my purse. Ain't no hooks.
You gotta put it in your chair.
Yeah, we had to squeeze in there. It was two of us, both of us. Me and my purse.
So I need y'all to put me on. What's the premise of this movie? What is this movie about? Because I have no idea.
Don't trust vampires ever.
A vampire, is that a metaphor?
Yes.
Okay. For
just like unicorns.
The people that suck the life out of you.
Okay. Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just saying, how much it costs.
And in this movie, all the vampires had a certain hue.
Oh.
The ones that started out, and then they just was biting everybody.
Really? Okay.
It was to me, it's y'all. I got planes flying at night, like they just flying through. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but and we not about Karen, but for me, I love the dialogue, especially with the men. I just like how somebody said black vampire. That's what discouraged me from wanting to see it, because I ain't into all that Blade, and I'm not into vampires, period. I don't want to read about them. I don't want to watch them. But I kept hearing such good reviews about it. I got intrigued, and I'm like, let me go check this out. And I was not disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But the dialogue, I really, really enjoyed that. it was just so much to it, just how they brought in all the elements of our culture and how we just evolved. It's still it, from the banjo to the electric guitar. You know what I'm saying? Everything in between, acoustic. It was just, I really loved that. It was very uplifting. It reminded me, and I think a whole lot of other people, of who we are, like where we come from. You know what I'm saying? We still standing. So I encourage people to go see it. But like I said, some people are saying negative stuff. I even have a clip where some girl is saying not to watch it. The spirit told her.
Oh,
The spirit told her that we shouldn't watch it, and it's demonic, you know. And that's the thing.
I didn't get demonic from it.
No.
So I'm assuming it do have a heavy music undertone to it or influence to it.
Oh, the music is dope.
Well,
Oh,
here's
yeah,
the
music
thing:
is-
the music can be the good or the bad. It just depends on how you doing it. Music is powerful. Put it that way.
Yeah, no doubt.
The music is dope. Like I'm saying, it's so enriching, and it, you know, to me, the movie filled my cup, and I think, you know, it's a good look. And it made me, you know, the joy of it is knowing that it was a Black producer, you know,
Yeah.
that built generational wealth, you know, introduced me to some contract I wasn't familiar with, where he's going to own his rights in 25 years, which is hella important. You know what I'm saying? That's income. And then just, you know, getting his money up front because he believed in it. So you better believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you know, so it was beautiful. And then to see him produce this movie, even one of my takeaways in the movie, how, you know, one of the guys was telling the girl, you always negotiate. You know, and I was like,
yes.
like,
I love
kind of
that.
validated me, because I'm quick to be like, well, you say 10, I'll be like $9.95. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't got it that bad, but you know, I think that's important to know that you have options. You know, the message to me is always know that you don't have to pay that if that's not what you want to pay. You don't have to take that if that's not what you want to take.
Yeah. My thing is, after I was doing some investigation into this movie, I looked more into Chinese people in the Deep South back in the day. Very interesting shit. I ain't never know. There's
I need to go into that. One of the things I just recently learned, just the history of why the Asian community, particularly Chinese, are in the Black community. And they kind of affirmed that watching this movie, Sinners. Because remember, and it was so beautiful to me, just because it wasn't about race. If you look at it, shout out to Dr. Carr for pointing this out.
This movie wasn't about race.
It wasn't. She stepped out. You know, we have our mind programmed when we see someone who doesn't look like us to consider their race. But her accent, she was from the same place they was from. That was about culture. You know what I'm saying? So we don't divide based on skin color. Race is supposed to be based on where we came from, right? And they came from the same place at that particular time. That's their generation.
About race.
It'd be good to get other people's takeaway. Was it more about race or culture? Because it was about demons.
Okay, so now,
and they came in different colors.
But where
culture was demonic.
Where it start though?
What do you mean?
Where did the demons come from? The first demon you
from
see,
an evil spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, I got you. I feel you. But in my mind, since race is a made-up construct,
it is that
where they came from.
Definitely racial.
But better known as, we have another name for them in this time.
I like that, Amari. Our race is the culture. Absolutely.
It is. It is.
Absolutely.
Absolutely is.
Now, is there a difference between racism and culture, or races and culture?
Yeah, race is just based on, how you're defined, like where you were born, your origin. And culture is, your day-to-day life, how you eat, the foods you eat, the events you attend. If you're part of a culture, y'all do certain things, y'all listen to certain types of music, you eat certain types of food. You know what I mean?
Right.
We are the culture.
And I just think sometimes people is combining the two nowadays, sometimes loosely, and maybe unintentionally.
Yeah.
This is why I wanted to make that distinction. But I'm checking the movie out because I'm totally unaware. I'm totally out of the loop.
Shout out to Ashley who just joined us in the YouTube chat. Love you, appreciate you. She said culture is customs and practices.
That's okay. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Gemini.
What? Who?
But now, let's talk about this movie Negotiating, right? I want to ask y'all this because I seen a clip the other day about tipping. How do you feel about tipping, right? Like when you go out to a restaurant, do you feel everybody deserves? Well, what's your rules on tipping? If you go to, let's say, McDonald's versus Ruth's Chris,
I'm not tipping at McDonald's. The fuck?
Why are you tipping at Ruth's Chris?
I mean, what's the standard? I mean,
serving you food. One's faster than the other one. They probably should get a tip, but they're quick.
And I'm asking that because like now you go somewhere, you swipe your card, they say, oh, 5, 10, 12%.
You're right.
Like, hold on, you're not zero. So
right.
My question is, what are your thoughts on tipping?
Okay. I tip on service and what you're doing for me. So let's say Starbucks, right? Let's take Starbucks because that's what's coming to my mind right now. They ask for a tip if you're paying with a card. Now, have they said, how you doing? Good morning. What are they doing with my drink?
As soon as you said now, I knew.
No, I mean, like, if I'm just getting a coffee, you just pouring the shit in a cup and giving it to me.
Yeah.
I'm not tipping you.
Right.
But if you gotta make a drink and put extra, and I ask for extra caramel and no milk and hold this and add that, you know what? I'm gonna tip you because I've been doing too much. But Starbucks, I mean, it depends on what Starbucks is talking about. I'll tip them depending on what I order. Restaurant,
they're saying a 20% if service is good in restaurants.
If the service is good, yes.
Food.
I say double the tip. What's double the tip? How many percentage is that? 16%? 17%? I double the tip. I mean, double the tax, sorry. And that's what I tip normally.
You know, the crazy thing about this whole tip thing, and I talked about this on my afternoon show I do at 2 p.m. in your ear radio. I be by myself most of the time, y'all.
Hey.
So y'all come hang out with your girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave out there by yourself. But I appreciate all y'all to be in the chat with me live and after the fact. But I was listening to a guy, and I thought it was a thoughtful conversation because he was saying how, you know, basically when it comes to tipping, remember when you go into a restaurant, you're paying for your meal. So you're covering your helping them with the overhead and their staff. And then they're paying these servers and people, cooks, minimum wage because they know that they're going to get tips. And then, so not only are you paying for the dinner or whatever you order, you're also paying their salary because they're dependent on what you tip them. Like we've been bamboozled.
Right.
Bamboozled, ran them up, led us straight.
That's it. And that's what he's wrong at. He don't know they're going to get tips. That's what he's wrong at. Like, nah,
taking our money.
Yeah, every waitress or every server don't deserve a tip. You know, I solely tip on service.
Absolutely. And why my cup been empty for 10 minutes? I need some goddamn water.
Right. You feel me? Like I'm not giving you a 20% tip. And I've been here parched. I've been parched for the last 13 minutes. Like, nah.
Absolutely. She said tipping is a scam.
Yeah,
Damn
it's like a social crime because it make you feel away when you don't want to tip. Like
it does.
I don't know how to not feel bad sometimes, unless you just give me bad behavior. Like, but it seems like people think it's because you walk up to the counter and get your food, you can add a tip. I understand they underpaying you, but here's what you can do. You can vote for people who work in your community, like mayors, assembly people, and have them pass a bill that you increase your salary. Don't be mad at us. Change the law. Shit.
Right.
Because we, like I said, we paying overhead and y'all salary, and all we came to do was have a little fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Do you ever feel pressure to tip, or when was the last time you felt pressure to tip?
Yes.
Or have you
when they be looking at you dead in your face? Bitch, no.
Yeah.
Man, the hell? Just because I got money, I should just give it to you. How does this entitlement world we live in?
Yeah.
Everybody entitled.
Yeah, because I remember getting haircuts 20 years ago, $12 a haircut. You tip another $20 or whatever. Now my haircuts is $40. I'm like,
$40 now for a haircut?
Oh,
That's what I said.
$40.
I used to pay $15 for my son's cuts.
Yeah, see, I'm like, this got to be tip included, right? So sometimes I give him the money.
See how long his hair is, though.
Well, see, all I do is get a lineup. So for me, we're still talking $30
for a lineup.
And for back in the day, we're talking $10, $8.
Yeah, that's a $5 deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What do y'all tip the people at the nail shops? Nails and the pedicures.
Ooh, that's a good one. The
pedicure, I give more for the pedicure than the nails because that's
more work.
Y'all touching my feet.
Yeah. So what's the appropriate tip?
For the feet, I do 10. For the hands, I do 5.
Because the pedicure, how much is the pedicure? Like maybe $80?
No, well, it depends on if you get the gel.
Okay.
Or not. So the last pedicure I got was $50.
Okay. And
I only tipped her 5 because I ain't like her. I ain't like her conversation.
Oh shit. and them foreign Asian women, they be waiting on that tip, don't they?
Fuck her. No, I ain't like her. I ain't like her. Her vibe was off. She gave me a light ass massage on my leg. $5.
Yeah, I don't really care to
and
have
then she gonna tell me, "Oh, this color looks much better than the other color you came in with." Bitch, what?
I guess she wanted a tip for her opinion too.
Mm-hmm.
Unsolicited advice, opinion. Did you guys read about this? There's a Saudi Arabian prince who has been in a coma for 2 decades.
A what? Oh, a coma? Oh my God.
It's nearly 2 decades, 20 years.
Unplug the machine.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about that? Like, why are they keeping him and he just laying there like a corpse, literally?
Unplug it. And if he keep breathing, God is good.
But it sounds like somebody waiting on the inheritance or something. Like, I'm next.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I get 18, I get that paper.
Oh, they wait until somebody get 18.
Yeah. Or something like something. Like, man, that 2 decades is crazy. He brain fried.
I say unplug the machine, and if God say that he should continue on, then he'll keep breathing.
Okay,
if not,
loving somebody
I'm
and
not
like
with that shit.
Right.
I mean, he looks good, so he's being well taken care of, but from the pictures, but I'm like, no, thank you. It's got to be a cutoff time for this, I think.
So he's casket sharp. That's crazy. She said he looked good. Yeah, he in a coma 2 decades is crazy. So if you're in a coma for 2 decades, are they still aging? Like,
according to, because I think he's just like, I think when he went in, he was like a teenager when he got in an accident in his early 20s. So he still looks young. That's what I was trying to see. Like, he still looks young.
He's Saudi Arabian.
But I thought it was a dead body. I didn't know it was actually a. But they got him trimmed up. He got a line. I got $30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got a $30 line up.
All right, y'all. We about to continue on. Thank you for those who are with your girl and the Day One crew in the live chat. I love and appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. It's been a long time, so I'm so glad that we could be reunited, and it feels so good. You know, I know I can't sing, but anyway, it ain't a party until we all here. So now that, you know, we got our people pulled up, you know, we can go ahead and continue on with the conversation. So let's add Mr. Banks. All right, hold on.
Hey, Mr. Banks.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's happening with y'all?
Yeah, that's him. Don't he look kind
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm showing all my dentals too, man. I'm so happy to see y'all right now.
Hey, let me know. Let's look her.
What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling?
Good. What the hell you been?
Man, hey, I didn't show up. It's time to show out. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Well, where your drink? The word is what's the word?
The word is money.
Money.
The word is money. I like money.
My two-step. Okay.
Yeah.
The money, and let me get it right for somebody try to correct me. The love of money is a root of all evil.
Dollar signs.
I went to their concert recently.
Oh.
Really?
The OJs.
Oh.
Yeah.
took
For the
my
love of
mama.
money.
See them.
Yeah.
The last round too, huh?
It was amazing. Yes.
That was
they
a good
still
treat.
sing.
That should have been a good treat.
Yeah, she loved it. She enjoyed herself. It was a great night. So you know, some of that cleanup music, Saturday morning cleanup music.
Yeah.
That they play. It just always remind me of my mom.
Yeah.
So
You know,
Yeah,
one of
for
my
the
favorite
love
songs-
of money and Stairway to Heaven, and I think family reunion.
yes.
Yeah.
And used to be my girl. Yes.
Yeah.
Look,
And
no,
Brandy. All of the
I want to be free. I like how I start off, girl. One day I won't have to listen to your mouth.
Yeah.
We celebrate one day.
I gotta get acquainted with that one right there.
I did see Africa at the concert too. It was
Oh,
awesome.
for real?
She took her mama.
That's what's up.
That was OJ. How long was they set?
It started at 8 and they were right on time. And it ended about 9:30, maybe 10.
Nice.
So, close to 2 hours.
Yeah.
They still out there getting it, man. I respect it. I respect it for real.
Tour, huh?
I'm sure. Because he sat down
That's
the whole
why I'm
time.
disappointed because I like to get them all. It was 90 minutes. Thank you, Africa. Yeah, it was
90 minutes. Okay, about an hour and a half then.
It sounds about right.
Wait, so they weren't doing no spin moves and all that.
All of them.
That shit was
They
over
was
at
trying to
93.
do a little
Probably
something.
was, but it was slow motion. It was like
Hey, wait, time out. I kind of just jumped in there, man. Hey, Miss Toya, how you doing? Miss
I'm
Trish, how
well.
you doing? First caller, what's happening, man?
You know what it is.
Yeah, I got my drink, man.
We got past that. I
Yeah.
didn't ask you how you was doing because Trish said, "Where you been?"
You just came in shooting.
Yeah. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's what Granddaddy told me.
I'll pay to see these acts. I think she's trying to say old, low key or something, but she don't understand good music. But I'm just being
Baby, this real music.
Yeah, that's when it still meant something.
Paid about 70 something for the tickets.
Yeah, that's good in today's recession.
Yeah.
I'm
Had
going
I
to see
known, I probably would have
Brown
went.
in September.
Yeah, I knew, but I just forgot.
I'm excited.
You going to see what in September?
Chris Brown. I know it's a little
Oh, Chris Brown.
controversial, but I'm gonna go see him.
I don't know about the controversy, but it's just not my speed. But I like Chris Brown. I respect his hustle, though. He made good music.
Well, I have a 32-year-old daughter, right? So when she was young, I had to listen to that stuff.
I liked him until he just turned into a heathen.
But
I don't think you had to. I think it was a choice.
I like Justin Bieber too until I found out he did a whole "Hate Black People" KKK song. I wanted to take my nieces to when he had his little documentary in the movie theater. I thought he was the cutest little boy. He could play the drums. Then he had to be that person. I was like, you know what?
He changed his life over to the Lord.
Is that what happened? So should we forgive Justin Bieber?
They all say that in Mr. Scandal.
He's definitely still a vampire.
Go to our music.
Now, we say he went to the Lord. Is he Catholic? He was a Diddy party.
Which Lord did you go to? Is that what you mean?
It might be. I'm just saying.
She said, "What's the controversy with Chris Brown?"
Yes,
I mean, Rihanna.
He was a kid.
Rihanna.
We gotta allow him to grow, right? Like he grew him into.
I think he has grown. I do. And he was 19 years old when that stuff happened.
Yeah.
I
And
do
no,
think that is.
he be tearing up furniture. He wilding out. He be having wild ass parties. Come on, y'all know who Chris Brown be acting.
Chris Brown?
Yeah, him.
Wait,
Yeah.
you mad because of the furniture?
I'm gonna go see him in September, and I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah, go and make sure you enjoy yourself.
I believe people should be given.
I heard Chris Brown.
I agree he should be redeemed.
Yeah.
Totally.
Do you think he redeemed though? Has he changed his ways? Has he learned the error of his
Have you
ways?
seen him choking a bitch lately?
Hey, you know what? So, you gotta.
It's the dream.
But a lot of money, you might get a 15.
Shannon in. Shannon, I'm sure you gotta do it.
Hey, so look, hey, let me share something with y'all, right? So the first time somebody requested that, I was like, hold on, you're gonna have to sign a piece of paper about this right here, because I don't.
Requested what?
You need a receipt.
I was like,
I absolutely
hold
need
up.
you to sign some papers.
I was like, hold up, wait.
Yeah.
That's the shit. Listen.
So did she sign the paper and did you do the job?
It was consensual. It was consensual, and the hand strength was intentional.
I understand, but did she sign the goddamn paper saying?
No, we just had It was a verbal contract, and I found out later on I couldn't trust it.
Oh shit!
The story is he learned. Okay,
you gotta get it in writing.
Yeah, you better keep some bail money on deck.
Hopefully you didn't pay no money.
Really like to be choked.
You better keep some bail money on deck for real.
Or at least remember the number of the person that got the bail money.
Okay, Mr. Banks, did you go see Sinners?
I did.
What you think?
Oh, good.
I did, and you know what? That's not even my preference. That ain't even my preference. But I wanted to support. You know, I'm all about like supporting Black people, and I felt it was a lot of symbolism, but I felt it. I was looking at it through a different lens, and it was really spiritual, and I felt like it was really relevant. Like I really liked that. I really liked it.
Was it about race at all?
Money.
Wait a minute. Am I the spoiler? Because I don't mind being a spoiler. I talk to him. I talk to movies all day.
We're not talking about the whole plot. We're talking around it.
Because some people seem to think it was about race. Some people think that it was not.
I just think it was. I think it was more spiritual. And if you want to just boil spirituality all the way down to race, then it's about race. Then.
So I quoted. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I just look at it from a different lens because I'm not into sci-fi, right? But that right there, it was different. I put it on a level of if y'all ever seen the movie Fallen with Denzel Washington. Yeah. So I equate it with that. It's up there with that. It's sci-fi, quote unquote.
I gotta go back to Fallen again.
It has such a
can't spoil.
Denzel Washington and John Goodman, I think they're stars in that movie. But that
movie had me creeped out for a minute.
It's thick as new growth. I like it.
Not Sinners, but Fallen.
You see how real it was, though. How relevant it is. Mm-hmm. Like somebody with bad energy, you come in contact with somebody with bad energy, and you can get it. Yeah.
So
it's real.
Let's not do no spoilers because I know some people. I'm going to see it again tomorrow.
I will go see it again.
Okay.
Did you go see it again?
I'm going to see it again tomorrow because I think I got up too quick because they said don't get up.
I told you not to get up. Remember, we stayed though.
Yeah, we stayed.
Yeah.
Baby, I had about 3 of these old fashions yesterday. Tomorrow,
I wasn't pressed for time, so I was like hanging out with like wet clothes. So yeah, I just stayed and just absorbed it all. It was dope.
Supernatural pressure.
That's two things that I didn't
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't seen it, so I'm kind of relying on y'all to kind of give me the game to
go see it tomorrow.
Well, the main thing, like they said, sit through it. When the credits come up, just sit there. You know how Black people like to leave early so you can get their copy for everybody else.
Right.
just stay and look at the credits. And you know, one thing, because I've been listening to tidbits of different interviews, people talking. Ryan Coogler's so dope. I just love his whole story, that Black love, how, you know,
Yeah.
they, you know, this wasn't even like a dream in this respect. And his lady got him a, you know, just went and bought him the equipment, and it just boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And I respect our gangster. When it comes to horror movies, I do notice a trend. Everybody's different, but I do notice a trend with Black directors, filmmakers, that our stories, our horror stories, are always related to race, racism, gentrification.
It is a horror story.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a horror story. It ain't Jason. Jason would be a problem. Jason is a Republican or a politician or something. You know what I'm saying?
Miss Toya, let me ask you this. So I'm unfamiliar with his backstory, but you said his lady went and got him the equipment. So he was aspiring to be a film director, and she went and got the equipment for him
and bought it.
She got him.
Hey,
he got him a black.
He started playing with it. And like I said,
we gotta salute her, because she stood behind his dream.
Yeah.
He couldn't finance his fantasy, and she made that happen for him. I respect
that.
It
benefited the whole family for generations. My generational wealth with the deal that he came through. I was trying to find the whole outline. I thought I had it, but you know, basically that's been the talk of the town when it comes to this movie. And I don't know if I've missed the question. I hope I answered it, but don't let me forget. I also want to address Amari's question too, but I kind of got sidetracked with the whole conversation. But you know, one of the things I can appreciate is, you know, with Black films is that we tell that same story in our own different light. But he's getting a deal after 25 years. He owns all the rights to this movie, and he's getting residuals up front. However they said it, white people are complaining about the fact that the audacity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The audacity of fucking what?
The audacity. And then he brought up a point. I got that clip too. Maybe I'll play it. But he was, you know, they're asking him about, as a Black filmmaker, you're a Black filmmaker and your movie grows blase millions. And he addressed them. And the first thing he addressed is the fact that you called it a Black filmmaker. You just didn't say the largest, this particular movie grossed the most out of all of them. When Steven Spielberg blow up, they don't say the white Steven Spielberg's movie, the white who blase blah movie.
But this movie wasn't about race though.
Yeah.
Well, I'll look at it like this, even though they say they want to categorize it as a Black film, and in their minds, they're downplaying it. They might be dumbing it down or trying to, you know, taking away from the significance of it or the impact of it. Numbers don't lie, right? But even if you want to say it, even if they want to categorize it as that to try to hopefully downplay it, we already know we got all the flavor. So people gonna gravitate towards it naturally, and it just helps it stand out even more, and it makes it even more impactful, even more important. So I don't think he should take it as a jab. I think he should take it as a compliment to come from where he come from and to accomplish what he's accomplished and established, because it's even historically accurate. You know what I mean? Like it's on a whole nother level. Yeah.
Okay, so I haven't seen the movie, right? Or I don't know anything about it.
So you're still lost. You don't know what the concept is about. Watch the trailer, but there's going to be more to it. But we don't want to really get into the details because it's a great movie. And the element of surprise, you know, is a good thing, I think. But I want to address Amari. I also want to play Cougar. I'm sorry, first caller, was you done? I'm sorry.
No, I was going to ask y'all, y'all deem it as a Black movie? Is it like, from your perspective, is it a Black movie?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's our story. I say it's our story. Hell yeah.
Okay. I mean,
it's our culture. That's okay. That was the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Asked, was it about race or culture? I was quoting Dr. Carr, who said that the movie was about culture. And then he compared, what's the movie Get Out? He said the movie Get Out was about race. That's another Black director, another Black movie, you know, because we're not biased, right? We have different experiences. Some of them are very, you know, familiar, but some people, we got Black people that are Catholics, we got Black people that are Muslims, like we, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's our culture. All of those things you know, weaved into everything that makes us who we are. All of those things, you know, hip hop, barbecues, the way we dance, and then the evolution of it. Yeah, I just love it. I can't wait. Anyway, I don't know if I answered y'all question. So you missed our "Am I tripping?" questions. But anyway, let's get to Amari's question. I wanted to.
Am I tripping or am I tricking?
Tripping.
Oh, okay.
Shannon Sharp is
Yeah,
the
right.
only one.
You feel me?
Shannon Sharp is the only one that's tricking.
Of course. Yeah.
He ain't the only one, but it's publicized. He don't want us publicized.
Yeah.
man.
That
Somebody
part.
should have told him,
Yeah.
silly rabbit, tricks are for
What he
kids.
said.
Shannon Sharp's an old
No.
trick. That's some
I'm not
trick.
mad at tricks. I'm not mad at tricks. They pay a lot of bills. Like
But
everybody is
then
happy.
now he about to lose all his shit.
You about to lose your
Hey,
job.
yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Child.
So
It
yeah,
didn't have to be that price though,
I
Shannon.
mean, okay. So I look at it like this too. Like, I would love for him to have funded a black household.
Absolutely.
You know, that's a lot of money.
But-
That's a
but-
lot of
but-
money
but-
that's going to go to the other side.
But she wouldn't have even requested all that.
So what?
Since he didn't fund a black household, let's get to the bullshit. Like,
Let's
man,
get to the wood. Let's get to it.
yeah.
Absolutely. You
Oh,
cannot
man.
trust a fucking OnlyFans vampire.
So Mark was saying that the movie was about supernatural oppressions. Okay, I think that's yeah, but it's real. That's what supernatural. Do we equate ourselves to being supernatural? Are
Hell
humans
yeah.
be
Are
supernatural?
you
yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Domination in every
Henrietta Lacks was, I can say.
When you look in the mirror, you don't salute whoever you see. I do. I compliment my competition every day when I look in the mirror.
I heard
For
that.
real.
Okay, now, so let me ask y'all this.
Ooh, I love that.
To be supernatural, is it possible for you to be oppressed?
Yeah,
That's possible.
Because
Yeah.
Yes, if you don't know,
because it's about power. Somebody could be supernatural.
Position, yeah.
Okay, I fuck
If
with
you
it.
don't know your
Yeah.
position, it can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you unaware, and even if you
Unaware.
emotionally unstable, and when I say that, I don't mean necessarily like sadness, depression, or grief, or anything like that. Sometimes you can love somebody, and your love for that person has you off balance, and they take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And certain people take full advantage,
Yeah.
and that is how they operate.
Yeah. I always say,
Suck
like,
the life out of everybody.
the busters outsmart the riders because the riders got love for the busters, and the busters know that, and they send the riders up the road.
Ain't that something?
They get the riders out the way. Yeah. Yeah, because they're a threat to everything they stand for.
But I will say this, the Native Americans were also represented, because you got to talk about in this movie, and they to get that.
Wait, but that's a spoiler. That's a spoiler,
I'm
Miss Trish. That's
sorry,
a spoiler.
but
we could.
they were more aware. Put it that way.
More spiritually sound.
I could see that. Now, so in this movie, I'm assuming the Native Americans got eradicated.
They were still around. They were still moving around.
Really?
They were still moving around, but they were present and in the present, and they was on point. Like they knew what was happening before it was even disclosed. So may I take a time out real quick just so I can become current with everything that's going on Miss Toya's in your ear radio after dark.
Day one crew.
It's April 26th, day ones we represent, we front line, boom, pressing it, wow, bow, bam. So look, I started off with with more vodka than cranberry, but I'm cool. Now I'm on rum and cranberry. I'm keeping it cranberry. See, it's dark skin. Y'all see what's happening. So what y'all drinking?
Somebody cracking up. I don't drink cranberry a lot.
All he been drinking is cranberry juice.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
I knew I had some cranberry missing. I'm just.
You got a yeast infection.
You ain't got no cranberry juice left.
Wait, I'm
all of us
I'm about to call my butler.
So what y'all got? Miss Toya, what you got?
Okay. My sweetie hooked me up. It's vodka, it's a little Tito with some
Are
cranberry.
y'all tippers? Are y'all good tippers? Or y'all what? What we doing? Is it all lip service, or y'all actually putting something in that jar?
Well, somebody owed me because they fluent, the other language.
You flew in who?
The other language, the words we don't use, it's a different language.
So,
Oh, okay.
you want me
Off the letter
to
N.
figure I'm like $5-6 up or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He had a
Boom.
deficit. But I
Do
know
I
he
owe
paid.
any money? Do I owe
He's a
money?
mathematician.
Wait, we haven't first caller. Have she cussed? I'm like that.
I haven't cussed at all.
No,
Okay,
that's
Right.
you admit it because at first she was like,
That's
"Oh,
true.
y'all so used to it. You just ain't paying attention."
Yeah.
Listen, I think that my cussing is so regular that you guys don't even hear it anymore.
That's right.
So yeah, we can
Wait, y'all still ain't said what y'all drinking though. Like what we sipping on?
I said mine, then you
I'm
interrupted me.
drinking an old
All right,
fashioned.
my bad. What you? All right, my bad. Let's start over. Miss Toya, what you got?
Yeah, the same. I got the glass of our cranberry and
What? Is that Tito? Is that Tito?
Me gusta mucho.
Okay. Simon.
Orale Holmes.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. In my
So
previous life, I was
Trish said she thinks I asked if you feel like you've been here before. You could let us know, Mr. Banks. But Trish said that she thinks she was Mexican in her past life.
I have
Morena.
been here before, and I was Mexican.
Morena, mami.
I like Mexican people.
That means dark skin, by the way, if y'all ain't know.
Boricua.
I don't speak Spanish. My sister-in-law told me I don't speak Spanish, I speak Mexican, so I'll hold on to that.
Well, that goes. That's what she said. You want to be Mexican, right, in your past life.
Shout out to my sister-in-law Rachel, man. She keep it all right, gangster, at all times.
Yes, much love.
Miss Trish, what you drinking over there?
Old fashioned. I just sent my butler a text and he's giving me a refill.
Old fashioned with what? Vodka?
Whiskey?
No, old fashioned is whiskey.
I gotta get one. I get old fashioned a lot lately.
You got orange peel in there?
I don't. But it comes already done. So let me.
Oh.
So if y'all in the chat, the drink word is money.
So
drink, you can put in the chat and we'll drink.
So Miss Trish, are you tipping or are you just is all lip service like thank you?
What you mean?
Tipping? I mean, because we can't take a thank you to Wells Fargo. I mean, we Vegas babies. We good tippers out here.
I tip good. I tip double the tax. Is that what
but
you're
if it's from the tap and if it's free, then what's the tax on that?
What you talking about? Like what? Like water? What are we talking about? Water?
Hey, y'all, if y'all don't know, man, I am my mama's son. I'm a professional shit talker, man. I'm a wordsmith to the fullest.
I miss
Hey, you see how she played the fifth? First caller.
But it's ironic. We just got
God bless the Constitution.
Well, first caller, what you got, my brother?
Shit, I'm sipping on some. I got some yak here.
Hey.
Chasing it with the Modelo way. What
Modelo. Hell yeah.
We also
mad at that. So
get into that.
First caller. My bad. One more question. First caller. So are you a tipper or you just provide lip service?
Provide lip service.
Keeping it moving like inertia.
Yeah, I'm pouring my own drink.
Okay.
Wait, can you see it? Yeah. That's the old fashioned I drink from Smith.
Oh, it's already mixed up.
It's already mixed up. They sell it at Smith's. It's $23.99 for that bottle. It's really good.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What are you drinking? First caller.
I'm drinking with Modelo.
Modelo.
I'll be off the Hennessy and get to. Right.
Turn down what? Okay, and what you got, Miss Trish?
The old fashioned.
Oh, you did say that. I'm sorry.
My butler went to go get it a refill.
So we talked
Jeffrey.
about Shannon Sharp. Did we touch on that? What's your takeaways? You know, Shannon Sharp is currently being sued. How many millions? By a 19-year-old girl who said that he threatened her and abused her.
She's probably 21 now, but when it started, it was 19. She's sold 50 million. And it's important to note, he offered that broad 10.
And she said no. So
She
her
said no.
attorney knows that with the evidence they got on his dumb country ass, they're gonna get more money.
But Attorney Bugsby is the same one who implemented other black men falsely. So
Let's hope. Listen.
But
For the sake of that's my brother, I hope his dumb ass get off. But if he don't, he deserve it all.
Right. I'm with you.
But so, all right. So like right now, right here, right now. What time is it? It's 8:47. Okay, so right here, right now, you can go in Smith's and walk on a detergent aisle and just fall. Right? They gonna settle. They most likely they gonna settle out of court because they just don't want the issue.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that doesn't mean that they admitting guilt, like somebody was negligent in a slip and fall.
He just wanted to go away.
They just wanted to go away. So a lot of people settle out of court because they just wanted to go away.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to adjudicate whether he was the aggressor or not. I'm just saying, like, how you gonna play it? You play in the mud, you're gonna get dirty, homie. Period.
He is playing in the mud.
So that's just my opinion. I know it ain't the most popular opinion.
He deserves what he's getting.
Hell no, but I sit in a position where I just wish I was in acquaintance with the accuser because she obviously know what she's doing.
That's what I said earlier. Yeah.
Here's the thing: we let him get away with Michelle. Him and Michelle had a thing. Like, nigga, that should have been your fucking like.
That's what happened. She got mad when she heard about Michelle. Now I'm exposed.
Who is Michelle? Who is Michelle?
That was a trending when he had a sex tape that leaked on Instagram.
It wasn't a tape. It was like the audio.
It was audio.
Yeah, okay.
But then, see, this was why I say he deserved what he get. He a lit.
Yes.
Because, okay, so with the Michelle, yeah, people was accusing him of being gay, right?
Oh yeah.
That was after the bag.
Yeah, everybody said,
Michelle got into it.
He proved he got an assistant at the game. All of a sudden, that Michelle audio drops.
We got to prove itself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boom. That Michelle should happen. He got this little Spanish chick on the side somewhere that's been going on for years. And all of a sudden, she's charging him from the get-go. She's telling him from the get-go, I need 10. And he responded, all I got is 10. Like, nigga, you too old to be negotiating with this young broad. What are you doing? Yeah. You too up to be negotiating with her. Man, I hope she break that. I hope she break him.
I thought somebody shouted out Tricks. Didn't somebody shout out Tricks?
I said I like Tricks.
Okay, so that's why he don't feel. That's why he feel like he in a bad deal. He don't think Tricks should be persecuted like that.
It's a whole lot of tricking and treating.
Right.
It is not October. It's not October.
Yeah.
We're not tricking or treating this month.
I just.
You think if he got him an older woman, he would have been better off in life if he got him somebody to rub his feet and make his oxtails?
Yes.
Makes his oxtails.
And she would have required a little attention, and she would have been sweet.
Monique gave him some real game though, but he felt like he felt like he had a price. He felt like he had something to prove, so it cost to be the boss.
I didn't see the text.
Yeah, she's right. The text is embarrassing. She's right. The text exposed it.
I didn't see a text either. I wasn't looking, but yeah.
Oh, wasn't that the text where she said, "Put a big black baby in me"?
Big black baby, yeah.
Wait, what about a black baby? What?
Nasty vampire.
Alligator. We all agree the consensus is he talked with his whole face. Nose be flapping everything.
No, she's on Sesame Street.
Whatever.
But yeah,
You play stupid ass games, you win stupid ass prizes.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah, them
that.
prizes be stupid as hell too. Them prizes be stupid as
Very
hell.
sharp.
yeah. I
She
mean,
said she wanted a black baby.
a big
No,
black baby.
no. A big
Whatever.
black baby.
She
Put
said
up
she
in
want
her.
a big black baby.
But
Actually,
now,
that's
in her.
natural.
to be fair, she's Spanish, so maybe there's a cultural divide, or so I just want to shoot a little bit of bell. Just because
What?
she's Spanish, right? So maybe there's a cultural divide.
With what?
Well, so when we hear big black baby, we like, what the fuck? But for her, she's thinking, yeah, nigga, so I need a big black baby in me.
So what's another thing? Brown baby.
What's that?
The baby a different color. What she think you say? She don't want a black one. She want a big white one. She want a big baby.
No, I don't think there is. I don't think there is a way of saying it.
Medium brown baby.
But now I checked him on that. Like he had fought for that because he never corrected her. He should have corrected her because he texted her that.
He want to give her a big black baby with a big alligator ass mouth.
But never once did he say, hold on, baby. We don't talk like that here. We don't, never once did he check her. So that's his fault. He allowed
Yeah, she been talking like that.
Yeah. And
yeah,
he exposed these text messages. We didn't see this. We seen this because of him.
Because that's all he got.
Yeah, man.
But she got way more than that. Trust.
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of social media.
Right. Yeah, that's what it's doing now. I think
So.
Take that money.
He's fighting in the court of public opinion instead of in the court of law.
We can get rid of Club Shay Shay. Ain't nobody going back on there.
Well, that's what they're gonna do anyway. I mean,
I like Club Shay Shay though.
I do too, but it's gone now.
I don't really mess with clubs. I just parking lot pimp. That's it. I just wait in the parking lot and see what come out. I'm going.
Well, what do you wait? You missed the conversation about Kanye and his cousin.
I don't need to know nothing about Kanye or his relatives. I don't even know what y'all was talking about, but that dude is foul and one, man. He should have been ejected out of the game a long time ago.
Damn.
That's
your fellow Gemini.
No. This has nothing to do with astrology. It's wait, and y'all said that in sync. Y'all was y'all was synchronized.
Look, we was talking about y'all before y'all joined.
Yeah.
I'm saying y'all because y'all both here.
Hey, cause all of us here right now too. We on deck like a sailor, man. What's happening? Hey, we don't have nothing. We don't have nothing to do with that cat.
Oh, he X'd out the system.
Yeah,
they kicked him out the club.
He's a non-factor.
He gonna get quartered off as soon on site. Like they catch him in CVS. They gonna quarter him off.
Damn.
We're gonna get to a point. We're gonna be able to edit people. We're gonna be able to not hear certain people. Like, you guys watch Black Mirror?
What's that?
I've watched. I'm gonna just tell you the last Black Mirror I saw. It was very early on, and it was some politician, and it had something to do with a pig, and he was in the pig, and I couldn't watch it after that. I was done. I was done after that.
Did he win an election?
Hey, Queen. I think he. I don't think he won because of the.
That's crazy.
Because of the pig. He was fucking a pig.
Wait, who was?
on Black Mirror, and that was the last time that I saw it. I was like, I can't even tune into this anymore.
So my whole point of it is to say
like
that
season 1.
We're gonna be able to edit in real time. If you watch Black Mirror, they deal with a lot of human dependency on computers and chips, things that might enhance how we live, but there's always a dark side to it. So it's like a Twilight Zone to me. And so I just thought about that, like in real life, like when Kanye say something, before he said we'll be able to edit it, because it's coming to that where you don't have to have a device. You can use your whatever chip is in your body. You know what I'm saying? Just weirdness. But shout out to Bonafide Queen Bree, who says, "What's popping, fam? What's the topic?" Girl, we didn't talk about so many things. Right now, what are we talking about?
We talked about Kanye.
We
We
talked
talked
about Kanye.
about Club Shay Shay and
Yeah.
Uncle Shannon, dumbass. We talked about tipping. Do you tip
Yeah.
in service? We talked about, we did the game. Ask another question.
I got another question. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do. So, oh my bad. Let me bring
I got a question for y'all too.
you back like you never left.
He had to go get some more cranberry. Some more cranberry.
He got an abundance over there.
Safe to say he ain't tipping nothing.
Just
you better get it yourself.
And it's a conversation around the nation, man.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. Have mercy. Okay,
that sound like with all that bestiality, that sound like it should have been called White Mirror, but I know that's another subject though.
But wait, no, Dr. Umar was on his side. He was like, I'm standing with Nigga, I'm sorry, you a unk too. But what's going on with
Shannon Sharpe was standing, or Umar was standing with Shannon Sharpe?
Huh?
Yes, at first. So I don't know. Has his tune changed?
That's news to me. So was Shannon Sharpe not bunny hopping?
He been bunny hopping.
That's what I'm saying. He been bunny. What the fuck is Umar talking about?
Now she started to. Why are you bringing Dr. Umar into this conversation, man? Love them snow bunnies. Stop wrong with that man too.
You are crazy.
I ain't saying Dr. Umar. You get on my nerves.
I like Dr. Umar, but I just would like to see the school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting to. He talk a good game, but nothing has come into fruition.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I get him.
So
maybe I donated to him.
We done found a whole daughter.
What?
Yeah.
Get your shit together. His daughter came on saying he was a deadbeat.
All I know is he better not ever pop out with no white girl. And that just goes back to my point, like with Shannon Sharpe. Like, you can't have nothing on you if you ain't doing nothing. So if they come out with a Dr. Umar with a white girl, you was with the white girl. I'm just saying. So you can't be mad at them if
they ever come out with that as a black woman, and I'm representing black women all over the nation, I will beat his ass. I would. He done talk way too much shit.
On site.
He looks
on
strong.
site.
He might fight back.
Wait, what?
He looks strong. He might fight back. You know what I mean? You gotta chill. You can't say that.
He hit him with that windmill.
Yeah. You might have to. You can do one of these.
You know what has me in a chokehold lately? I've been watching the fucking Handmaid's Tale. Are you guys familiar with this series?
I bet you haven't watched it.
I ain't ready for that.
No, you gotta watch it. I believe that's where they trying to get us to go.
But see, so look, in my opinion, first caller, you know what? I want to hear your opinion first. But in my opinion, I'd rather hear your opinion first, and I'm gonna say mine.
I don't even know what it is. What's the Handmaid's Tale?
You don't watch TV.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale.
I talk about the NBA playoffs, but other than that, I don't know.
Oh man, so for me, I feel like I already know what's happening. I already know. For whatever reason, I just already know. So why would I want to even see it played out? It'll have my nerves worse than what they are already.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't be able to go to work. I wouldn't even be able to go in 7-Eleven. So I'd rather just faith it till I make it.
So you haven't seen any of them?
Hell no. Look at my face.
And first caller don't even know. He don't have a clue.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck going on. Like,
It's basically about Project 2025.
Okay.
That's the thing about it, though. I mean, because it's what's happening. It's showing what it's gonna morph into, and it's already things that we are experiencing. you know, and I agree that you don't need that because one of the actresses I talked about it, one the black lady that's in there, I can't think of her name right now, but she bowed out. Like this, what the last season is? I forgot what season this is. Is it 6?
It's on 6 right now. Yeah.
So I watched the first episode 2, and I got mad about it. But I'm gonna go back to it because I do think I have to take notes. Huh? You on 4?
Season 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to take notes because a lot of time they do introduce us to what comes next. And whether I like it or not, I like to just be able to see, you know, even when I watch sci-fi movies, that's what I watch for, to see how they predict the future to be. What's the demographics, children, black, white, different, you know, ethnicities. You know, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm just paying attention, but I get it. It's heavy. So I haven't caught up because I have to take a break, but I'm going to get back to it.
No, I'm hooked. And I have not finished Kanan. I have not finished. I was watching.
See, I watched that.
I was watching.
Yeah, Amari was asking if you've seen Kanan. I don't even know what that is.
I like Kanan.
That's 50 Cent's. That's Ghost Power.
Yeah.
That's an extension of that.
Like an extension of that, yeah.
Found. Oh my God, that's fucking amazing. I'm so tuned into Handmaid's Tale that I can't even tune into anything else right now.
Hey, do y'all watch Matlock?
Who?
Look.
Back in the day?
They said Matlock?
No. So look, it's a new one that's out. It's a new one that's out. And this time it's a woman.
Oh, okay.
So, but I've been watching it. So I used to watch like bits and pieces with my granddaddy, but I didn't really pay no attention to it. I just knew he was like a lawyer or something like that. But now it's a lawyer, but now it's a woman and she's a lawyer also. But it's pretty cool. I like how they put a twist on it though. That's all I'm gonna say, because you know I'll tell y'all the whole show. It is on what network? I think it's CBS.
Okay.
Now before I watched Matlock, I didn't see Heat of the Night.
Hey, look. Yes. Do y'all remember MASH?
Yeah,
MASH.
The music used to depress me when MASH came on.
You say the music was depressing?
It was like a good day.
So look, what you saying? First of all, I did watch In the Heat of the Night with my granddaddy too, right? But MASH was depressing for me. I just remember I always had a migraine when MASH was going off. When that theme music was playing, I'm like, man, turn this fucking TV down. It's time to go to
You knew it was time to take your ass to bed. But you know what, too? Cheers.
Yeah.
Did that do the same?
Tell me some Cheers.
Where
everybody knows your name.
It's time
I was just gonna say that. Cheers did
it. And they always glad.
Hey, so what's y'all favorite theme song now?
Out of all the old schools?
Just what's your favorite theme song of all time? I'm gonna just say mine is Martin.
Girls.
How y'all feeling? Martin. Martin. How y'all feeling?
I like Martin.
Yeah.
But Golden Girls.
Yeah, that remind me of that one movie with Tiana Tatum. She said Byron. And she be popping gum. I'm like, she's talented. You can pop gum and say his name like that at the same time. Look, girl. I know why he with you. You're annoying, but Byron.
You gotta sing the Golden Girls, Golden Girls theme song.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, Girlfriends is what's up. Girlfriends.
I like Girlfriends too, yeah.
Rugrats, okay. Rugrats for the win. Now, did I watch Rugrats? I can't even watch them.
You never had a friend like me or something like that?
Yeah, no, Rugrats was later.
I think it was too grown for me. I'm like, these cartoons ain't what they used to be.
Yeah. No, I think
maybe they always were grown and we didn't realize it because I watched the Jetsons. I like.
No, thank you for being a friend. That's the name of that theme song.
If you threw a party,
Golden Girls.
You invited everyone you knew.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my girl.
Gift would be for me. And
yeah.
Heart attached would say, thank you for being a friend. Fresh Prince for sure.
I love all of them.
Fresh Prince. You know what's a sleeper though?
What's that?
Family Matters was a sleeper.
Wait,
Yeah.
say that one. Start that
It's a
one.
rare condition. It's a
It
rare
is
condition.
rare
Wait.
condition. This day and age. Reading with some shit. Newspaper page. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Family Matters is
Oh,
first. I forgot
but
about that one.
Different Strokes.
Different strokes.
Who are the K Dots?
That's Kendrick.
Oh, okay.
They not
Now,
like
Different
that.
Strokes. I
Yeah.
still watch that to this day, and I just sit and I look at the dynamics in a relationship, and I never
Yeah.
see any racism. Did I miss anything?
You
With
absolutely
different
did.
strokes.
Do you
Yeah.
just miss all
Because
the
he
fucking
took
race?
in those boys. Remember, he was a white man. There was a lot of dynamics to it. You know what I'm saying?
There was hella racism in that.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
I didn't watch Different Strokes, Webster, or the Jeffersons.
Yeah,
was-
you did
okay,
It was
not.
just weird to me.
I'm not saying, Trish, how other people were treating. I guess you're right. But I was thinking about their relationship as him as a father to black son.
Oh,
Okay, yeah,
okay.
that wasn't it. But outside of
Yeah, because that was all, yeah.
It was definitely all race related.
shit, Good
Yeah.
Times. You know which one I really, really love though? I love The Love Boat. That
Well,
was
Isaac.
like
You love what?
The Love Boat.
Really?
That used to make me sleepy too. The plane.
No, that's a different show. Hold on.
Yeah.
That is the island.
Oh, yeah.
Fantasy Island. Yeah.
It's Fantasy Island?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Fantasy Island.
She mixing shit.
I will mix it. It's like delicious. You'll be happy.
Oh, I like The Nanny. Let's
Look,
see.
they said
All
Family
That.
Matters, Fresh
Three's
Prince.
Company. Oh my God,
Three's
yes.
Company.
Oh, you already know.
Fresh
Listen.
Prince,
Yeah,
of course.
Three's Company.
Nickelodeon. That's how you know it's different generations.
All that was my show.
I don't know nothing about that. Is it just me? Y'all know what that is?
Well, all that
Yeah.
I only know because I
Nah.
have a 32-year-old daughter, and she.
Okay, because I'm
So,
like
yeah.
some stuff I don't remember.
I like The Different World. I used to like A Different World.
Girl.
Yeah. Yes. The Nanny. Somebody said The Nanny in the chat. Family Matters.
Family Matters. Yeah.
What is a movie, like a old movie? If it comes on right now, y'all would just sit there and watch it.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. Yeah, for sure.
Boys in the Hood, yeah.
Ellie.
I was watching that earlier today. Yeah.
Set It Off for me. If Set It Off is on,
Set It
or
Off.
Menace to Society, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch
Even
it.
Poetic
Yeah.
Justice is a good movie.
Yeah.
I was watching that a couple weeks ago. Hell yeah.
I be on the road with them on that ride. I feel like I've been in that UPS truck with them with a FedEx truck. A long ride. You know what I'm saying? I was hot and mad too. Like,
Right. Hey, I like when he got his ass whooped and he went and got his brush.
yeah.
That was funny as hell.
Yeah, it's a fact.
But everybody knew somebody like that back in the day that just be brushing. You be like, the hell? That's
Right.
what you do all day. You brush. Soul Food Friday. Yeah, you know Friday's a classic.
Soul Food.
Soul
Yeah.
Food. Oh, yeah, I can watch that.
Like that back then. Who
Oh,
just
yeah, you get fired on your off day.
Okay.
Right.
yeah.
Yes.
Make it enough.
You know what? That's what made me want to. I'm gonna get an ice cream when I retire. I'm gonna get an ice cream truck, and I'm gonna
Real?
get a liquor. I'm gonna get a liquor license,
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
gonna go around and I'm gonna give out margaritas to the parents.
Oh shit. That's pretty dope.
Don't take my idea.
That is a good. Hey man. Hey.
Come out here, get a
That is
margarita.
That is a
While
great
these kids
idea.
get that, go in the house and go fuck with these kids.
You know how that's like I'm gonna be outside
Yeah.
truck getting margaritas. You know
That is a good idea.
I'm doing
what's the
it.
best Friday? Amari wants to know what's the best Friday.
The original.
Yeah, the first one.
You can't
The
be-
one when you had to pull up at the I remember going to the drive-through and we had to put the speaker in the window.
Yeah,
I told
yeah.
Juicy about that the other day. He was
The
like, wait,
drive-in.
what?
The first time I seen it was in the drive-in.
Yeah, in the drive-in.
Yeah.
Seven
yeah.
deep in the Astro
you know it.
van.
Yeah, you know it.
Who cuss? Who
But now,
cuss?
if you was to rank them,
Who
let's say
cuss?
3 Fridays.
I cuss.
Ooh. Who, me? I probably said a
I
couple
agree.
of them.
Yeah, the first one. I mean, how can you not?
I
The
have
first one
not
was a
used
classic.
any profanity.
Yeah. Next Friday was a classic too. I agree.
All of them was cool, but the first one, I think the first one was the best.
It just set it off. Like I'm still fiending for that. We haven't had any movies like that recently.
They said another one is coming though, but like, so we got to worry about, not even worry, but with another one coming, we have missing is John Witherspoon, which is Pops, Tiny Lester, Debo, AJ Johnson, which is Ezel.
AJ died too.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Who did the body? Okay, I'm sorry.
What? What?
Don't mind
No,
me.
hold that thought.
It's
Mr. Banks, don't. I want you to stick with that thought because I got a random I need to throw in here real quick. My cousins and I were out, and I guess we were looking cute. And some guy, in the store, and he said, "Where y'all going?" We was like to a baby shower. He was like, "Who having a baby?" We was like, "You don't know him." He said anything and start talking. Like we will have a conversation. We don't even know each other. We're like, you don't know that. Why you asking? And next thing you know,
he just trying to be where y'all at.
Yeah, but it was just funny. He couldn't think of nothing. He was like, "Well, who having the baby?" You so original. So when we was leaving, I was like, "I'm gonna let the baby born. I'm gonna let the baby know you said hey."
Oh my god!
I was telling the baby you said hey.
So listen, I get that from. Remember, Ricky Smiley used to prank call people.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
He would be like, "Who did the body? Nobody told me nothing. Where the ashes?"
Oh, you got it down. You got it down.
I still listen to those. On Pandora.
Road trips be the best.
I'm probably the only person that still listen to Pandora, Ricky Smiley comedy, man, for real.
I listen to it.
Yes, Set It Off, of course. Brown Sugar, yes.
Yes.
Love It Basketball, yes.
Best
Man, of course, all of them. Brothers,
Brothers
was cool. Deliverance
from
Eva.
Somebody needs to see Clockers. Have y'all all seen Clockers?
No, you was.
No,
I know you haven't. That's why
I saw pieces of it, but I haven't seen the whole movie though.
I enjoyed that.
What did y'all think about Players Club?
I liked Players Club, but
I feel like
if it's on TV, I might still keep going.
Yeah. Hey, Bernie Mac was phenomenal in that movie, and shout out Charlie Murphy too, man, and Terrence Howard. I felt like Players Club was a real teachable moment too.
Players Club.
He was in there with the Versace shirt on. He worked with Kansas City.
All right. Trivia question.
He was a hitter. Yeah.
Guess who said this and in what movie? Make the money. Don't let the money make you.
That's Players Club.
That was Players Club.
That's funny.
And that was Lisa Ray.
No, that was Adele Givens. Adele Givens. Adele Givens said it to Lisa Ray, and then Lisa Ray said it to her cousin.
Oh, okay. I remember it. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Bree knew too. Okay.
Y'all could tell I was present in the present during Players Club.
I mean, Players Club was a good movie, and it was eye-opening for people who don't understand what the struggle is.
Who said this one? They done smoked your motherfucking cousin.
Yeah. Hold on. We ain't letting shit ride.
That's society.
I don't give a fuck who out there.
Yeah.
That shit was motherfucking epic.
You acting like a little bitch right about now.
I hated him. His whole.
You hated him
from any type of emotion as.
Hey, so look.
That's when I fell in love with Lorenz Tate.
So speaking of Lorenz Tate, speaking of Lorenz Tate, speaking of Lorenz Tate, right? So just to bring everything current, when we thinking about these YNs, right? He was the first person to go viral for doing something stupid on video.
That's a fact.
And he was like, fuck that. I'm gonna be selling these for $29.99. I'm like, Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, man? Get rid of that tape, bro.
Yeah, okay.
And
Yeah, I
old
remember
punk
that.
ass Chauncey. That
And we see what Chauncey did with it. Fuck Kane, nigga.
Yeah.
5-0 get this tape, nigga.
Yeah.
fucking hater ass.
Yeah. And he turned that tape in too. He turned that tape in.
He did, didn't he?
As relates to like black excellence, we gotta commend his growth.
Right.
Old dog to what was it, councilman?
Tate.
Yeah.
Yeah, councilman Tate. Yeah. We gotta. So in my opinion, we
But
talk about
was
him
he
again,
really a councilman?
right? So when we talk about
Right.
him, is he not somewhere up in there or close?
That's a parallel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah.
I respect the hustle. And then he doubled back with the Inkwell, where he played like a nerd, and then he doubled back with Love Jones.
Yeah.
You know the
Very
thing
so-
with Inkwell is I learned that was a historic movie because that's when I learned that was land that we actually own. Because you know, now when you go there, it's like this old what do they call it? I forgot what they call it. Martha's Vineyard.
Martha's Vineyard, yeah.
And what an inkwell is, like, we learned that was our land, and it was a divide because they didn't want to share the water with us. They didn't want to share the beach with us. And so they came back and then stole it. You know, the history of it is very interesting.
All they do is steal.
That's pretty much that's pretty accurate right there.
Yeah. So Bonafide Queen Bee, she said she has a trivia question. She said, who said if you don't have, this is a quote, if you don't have the rent money, somebody's salad is getting tossed tonight.
That's Friday after the next. That's Miss Pearly. Miss Pearly.
Miss Pearly.
You can hear Miss Pearly gun popping. I don't remember she was popping gun, but I used to hear gun popping every time.
What she smell like?
She stayed on
a big old wolf pussy.
Yeah.
He said, "You like, cause your son a fag."
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah. First, get this lined up first, bitch.
Yeah.
I'll say that the 90s was fucking epic.
That's my
Nobody can tell. That was like a really great decade. And I'm sorry for the people that didn't live in it or experience it. It was an amazing decade.
It was. I had a lot of fun.
It was epic. That was right before all the social medias and the cameras and shit came through. We used to do shit that was not right.
And you know what?
All we have is our memories.
That's what made it special too, because for me, I knew that I was way on the other side of the law. So I was like, somebody came around me with a camera. I'm like, what you doing with that? Hey.
Get that shit out of here.
You finna get exiled for real.
And I still feel like there's no balance. People don't give a damn. You know, in Nevada, it's against the law to record somebody without their permission. Also in California, and I think there's maybe in other states. But people don't know that.
This is a stand your ground state, and you can't.
You gotta catch them and sue them.
But you guys know this is a stand your ground state.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Well, it depends on if they say the situation was gang related, then that nullifies the stand your ground. That nullifies the self defense.
Oh.
I'm just putting that out there.
That law was made for. Who was that protecting?
I'm just putting that out there. Yeah. Excuse me. Say what?
That we as Black people have a protection under that law. Was that law created for us?
Well, I ain't never cared about the law.
Law do you know that was created for us?
So I got a question.
In other words, we can interpret it all.
These motherfuckers hate us. It's so crazy.
I got a question for y'all. So it may not be a question, maybe it's a loaded question, right? I'm a Gemini, so I'll be everywhere like air. But look, so I have an issue with people taking issue when they know me personally, but I'm not on social media, So they be mad at me because I'm not commenting on all their stuff and I'm not liking all their stuff. I'm not responding to all their stuff. But I don't
Right.
care about social media. You got my text me or send me the
Right.
picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how y'all feel about that? Because I think people are too caught up in social media and I don't care about that stuff. Like if I text you personally, if you don't respond, then I'm like, oh, okay. But if I put something on social media and you don't say nothing about it, I don't care. Because
Yeah.
it's social media is fake to me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like it's another world where, like, you know how people would use this term like, oh, that's my Facebook friend. Okay, but are they gonna cover your groceries and Smiths if you see them?
Watch this.
So
You don't like Albertsons?
is this person, I'm like Amari, is this person a woman that's
It's
mad?
sometimes, yeah, a lot of the feedback, yeah, but for me, it don't matter, you know. Because for me, I'm like, I don't care who it is. I'm not
Here's
over there. And if you know me personally, then holler at me personally.
my thing is this. I know how to communicate with the different people that I fuck with, right?
Right,
I know you. I'm not gonna DM you. I'm gonna text you because I
right,
know you don't be on
Everybody's
social
different.
media
You're
like
right.
that.
I like that.
Everybody's different. I know that I can DM Toya and she gonna send me something right back, right?
right,
I
right.
know the same with in our chat. Alicia's in our chat. We DM each other all the time. I know she'll send stuff back. So
Yeah.
you just
Okay.
kind of have to know the person to know whether I should text this or whether I should DM this or
Okay.
whether I should just call them and say, hey, have you heard of X, Y, and Z? You kind of have to know the person. So if a person is getting upset with you, they don't really know you.
They don't really know.
Or they want to be more than what they are
Yeah,
and try to assert their, you know.
I don't like that either. I don't like that
That's
hierarchy.
not good. That's
Because
not good.
hierarchy is a form of respect. So we're gonna do
yeah,
that. You know, that you don't have to say nothing about that. We're gonna do that, but it's okay to be humble and show us the way. And that's part of showing us the way is reaching out, keeping tradition going and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
you're gonna miss talking to somebody because it's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
There's levels to it.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't roll like that.
Because like me, you know, I don't like. Okay, for an example, for my elders, forget the people. You know, forget my peers. Let's talk about my elders, right? Me, I pull up on my elders. I need to put my arms around them. You know what I mean? I want to smell their breath. I need to see what's happening with them. Because forget Facebook, forget a text message, forget a phone call. I need to see them in person.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I'll pull up on my elders because they may not be able to get around as they could 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever. But my peers, you know, and they communicate in this metaverse, and I'm just like, hey, I ain't nowhere near there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really care for it. So if I be like, hey, send me a picture, and they be like, well, I posted it. Where you posted at? Because I ain't get it, and you send it to whoever, these millions and millions of strangers that can view it. But for me, something like that should be something personal. Send it directly to me, or if you want me to know something, send it directly to me. You know, but I mean, I know it's way off the subject, but I just wanted to get y'all take on that because that was that was something I've been thinking about that.
Absolutely. Just like I know that I needed to send your invitation directly in the mail to something that I want you to attend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't just send you, oh, here go a DM. I want you to come to this. No, I gotta actually.
I miss it.
Yeah.
Because me and T-Mobile don't get along all the time, so I don't get all that shit.
That's a good
really.
one. Amari, that Amari posted in the
chat.
What'd she say?
I've learned that social media has to be a conversation with any potential partner, just like asking about their views on religion, politics, etc. Sometimes the value they put in socials don't align. Yeah. It's like inside. It's somebody else on social media.
It's their representative.
Because I become
and then they have themselves.
I become disinterested.
But that's
Yeah.
dating life, ain't it? When you meet somebody, first couple of months, you might be meeting their representative. You just met them at the grocery store.
Yeah.
Because people put on,
Yeah.
they be on their best behavior. The ones,
Yeah.
they got
Right.
a little, some of them they just you gonna get what you get off top. But
Yeah.
most of the time,
I prefer.
I like people like that.
I do too.
Where the first day you meet them, it's like, oh, she crazy. Okay, but that's just how she is, and I love it.
Right. So I prefer the ugly truth over a beautiful lie any day. That's just me.
Okay, now I got to marinate on it. I prefer the ugly truth
over the beautiful lie.
What is a beautiful lie?
A beautiful lie. That should be dressed up, marketing is everything.
I like long walks in the park. I like to do this. I like to do that. Like basically pandering to your.
Okay, pandering. I got you.
Basically pandering to you, and not.
We say, first call her what you say.
And I'm alone at night. I hate people. I don't like people. I hate people. I don't want people fucking talking to me. I don't want people fucking calling me. Sometimes
they hate
really
people.
Feel that way.
I can't have
but they don't want you to
hate
know.
me. I'm people. I'm people.
No,
she said she talking about for the weirdos.
Oh,
like the optics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A beautiful lie is feeding you the bullshit.
That
you want to it's basically gaslighting you.
Yeah, that's one of them new terms. Yeah, that's a couple syllables. Shit.
Just
potential is a beautiful lie.
Social media is a beautiful lie.
That is. Now I like that though.
There we go. You see what I'm saying?
Who spoke?
Now back in the game.
Hey, shout out to whoever picked your fro, my brother.
Oh, that's all me.
Yeah, but you know,
I wish I could still grow one, man. I wish I could still grow one.
Both of us.
Tell them the price of yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Yeah.
Look, I think social media. I think social media a beautiful lie. Social media got women thinking that they need to look like this, that, and the other. Then I think social media got men feeling like they gotta provide this, that, and the other to cater to these type of women. Like, man, come on, man. You see this broad at Walmart inside the produce section, something totally different.
Right.
So to answer your question, social media is a beautiful lie.
Right.
Absolutely. That is a perfect depiction of a beautiful lie.
I concur.
So back to that afro.
I appreciate that.
Back to the afro.
First of all,
afro was giving my household's life. What I miss. Shout out to La Brea.
Hey,
what you mean? What you miss? What you mean? What you miss? You a 70s baby. You a 70s baby.
I'm feeling slow right now.
Yeah, hold on.
You got update your Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's a Black Mirror, y'all. That's Black Mirror.
No.
And I saw a Black Mirror. Okay, so I had to stop watching Black Mirror. It was too much for me. And I saw one where they had to like watch porn to get like
what?
Don't know. The more porn they watched, the more like freedom they got out to be with.
Yeah, all of them are crazy.
That sounds like Kanye.
It was like the activities that you did got you coins to interact with other people. Otherwise, you were just in your room watching porn all day. I can't watch Black Mirror. It's too black for me. It's too dark.
And you know what? Black is beautiful. Let's start with that, right?
Right.
But so just being real, just being all the way 100, man, porn will fuck your life up. Right? Because it creates these expectations.
Unintended.
I told my son that. I told my son that a long time ago. I'm like, real women don't do this shit.
It
creates expectations that are really not real. You know what I mean? I mean, you dealing with actors, performers, like they get paid for this no matter what. So it creates it's a different type of dopamine, right? And for them to even put that in that film production, that's crazy and it's hella symbolic, right? In my opinion, and I've never seen what y'all talking about, but for them to say that's the only alternative to freedom, or it's a parallel or whatever, that's like crazy to me. Cause it'll take your mental and just run wild with it. You know what I mean? Just take you on a trip, no luggage.
Definitely takes you on a trip. Black Mirror takes you on a trip.
No destination.
Oh, you get somewhere, but you come back. Come back. Some of us,
You make it back.
Yes,
Yeah,
people
we make it
become
back.
addicted and neglect their partners. Absolutely, which is
Yeah. Or so interacting with their partners, now they have this
high expectation,
unrealistic
high expectation, like the bar way up here, and motherfuckers living subterranean. So it's like, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, because porn, there's a lot of editing going on too. So people be thinking this be happening for 40 minutes, but really it happened 5 minutes, and then they just kind of stretched out the video.
Shannon Sharp said it was 10.
So
Shannon Sharp,
one of them gas station pills.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp ass talk with his whole face ass.
Yep, that blue rhino.
He gets on my nerves. But no, it's sad if a person is innocent and they're going through that. But like I said, if you don't give,
what you mean innocent? What you mean?
If you didn't really do these things, like these are lies, they're altering tapes. The perception is not reality.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this: what is her complaint? Because from my understanding, I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize for that, but from my understanding, it's a civil complaint. It's not even a criminal complaint. Yeah. So is she complaining that she ain't get enough D, or she over D from the D?
No,
like what's going on?
She was abused.
She's saying she was sexually assaulted. One time that they messed around, she said no, and he proceeded.
Yeah, I mean, she's 19. She overdosed.
He said, "I didn't flued you out, or you gonna get some of this."
Yeah,
he didn't give her that big black baby.
So I mean, again, that's why I say, man, you at fault for that. You in your 50s, my boy. Like, what type of game you playing? Like, that's no. Why you talking like that on the phones, and why you texting like that? Like,
he's from Arkansas.
He too comfortable, man.
Country ass motherfucker.
Yeah, they down south. They got some of the poor education in the country. So I get it.
Your motherfucking ass down.
Wait, they got what in the country?
Some of the worst education in the country.
His ass. That's what they got in the country. Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, they still down there with colors and whites bathrooms. So I get it.
Wait.
They still think
so it ain't no polished players down there. Somebody should have laced his boots a long time ago. As he's still wearing sandals with socks on.
But no, he's one of the old niggas. He's now, so he grew up with color bathroom and white bathroom. Like, I get it.
Well, he couldn't wait to the day that he can get somebody of that caliber in his bed. Dumb fucker.
And I am also a consultant, so he could have gave me 10% of what he was dishing out, and I would have told him like, "Hey, bro, no, that ain't the play. This is full court press.
With Sharkeisha and sit the fuck down.
It's a full court press and prevent defense. That's what we do right now."
I mean, as soon as there's charges filed against him for a lawsuit, $10 million. Huh? What? Whoa! What are you gonna chill out? If we ain't doing nothing, let's figure it out. We'll talk about it. But he's doing more talking than his attorneys.
Well, I hope.
And so the attorneys eating good because they like.
Because he paying them regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got plenty of attorneys where nobody wins unless we win. And you notice these attorneys that say nobody has to pay unless we win. They don't necessarily win; they just settle, so they're gonna get money regardless.
Exactly. And see, I don't want to be messy, but you know who's attorney? His attorney is Larry David. You know who he represented?
Who?
What's that?
Bill Clinton when he got his dick sucked in office. Harvey Weinstein. We know what he's guilty of, right?
Oh, he's a dump truck.
What?
Yeah. So his attorney, everybody he's represented has been guilty of some sort of sexual allegations.
Mm-hmm.
He should have got
Man, they should have hired Top Dog Law. Like you're on the radio or something. Like
I'm gonna say he should have went and got Keisha that do hair and make some great fried chicken out of house and took her on the road with him.
So you think Keisha wouldn't have hustled him for $10 million?
No.
Keisha wouldn't ask for that much money.
Not at all.
Take her on the road with him, and hey, you my personal beautician, you my manicurist, you keep me right, you keep me camera ready. You see what I'm saying?
I'm sure Harvey Weinstein and Diddy's paths have crossed.
Of course.
It's unfortunate. There was another question. Somebody just want to have a random question. Shout out to Amari. She want to know what's your favorite 3-course meal?
That's a good question.
Fried pork chops, mashed potatoes, and spinach.
I'm gonna say asparagus and salmon and cauliflower.
You had me until the fucking cauliflower.
Discriminate.
Miss Trish, you gotta pollinate.
Okay.
I need some motherfucking lima beans or something.
Hey, lima beans is a shit though. First caller.
Lima beans. So 3-course meal, I'm gonna say hot wings, fries, and ranch.
Shit.
Wait, ranch is a course.
I'm feeling that all week.
Wait a fucking minute.
Is that not fair?
With them
Ranch
Come on.
Ranch is like a course.
Man, I've been seeing Wingstop commercials for 3 days straight, man. It be calling me.
Right?
It's calling me.
Somebody said salmon, sweet potatoes, and Mediterranean vegetables.
Yours is what, Miss Toya?
Get out of here.
Miss Toya, what?
Grow up.
I would say salmon, sweet potatoes, and mixed Mediterranean vegetables.
I like that.
Get that out of here.
No, I like that. That sounds good.
Need some high sodium stuff, man.
Okay, what's yours, Miss Toya?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I did think of salmon and mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I love them
Loaded mashed potatoes too.
I'll take that too. Just some butter and that garlic. You know what I'm saying?
What's the other course?
Sour cream and chives.
Yeah.
Sprinkle some cheese on it.
Absolutely.
That's close to
Like,
that.
it can go on and on. You know, you can crunch up some turkey bacon on it. There's so much you can do with some mash.
What's your third? What's the third one? You said salmon and mashed potatoes. What's the third?
I don't know. I want to add a vegetable, but I do like calamari a lot. We said
listen, that works. That works.
Not healthy.
That works.
Yeah.
The calamari works.
Well,
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love asparagus too, and I like Brussels sprouts and greens. I love lima beans.
Brussels sprouts will have your ass.
But you got to settle with one though. You got to settle with one. Which one is it?
That I would eat like a dream food? I don't know.
No, like 3. You said salmon, mashed potatoes, and what else?
Potatoes.
I'll say calamari just because, yeah.
I could do that. For sure.
That would satisfy me.
I could
I got a random question for y'all.
Okay.
Okay, so everybody been involved in relationships for a while, right? So who
Just
said
say-
I love you first?
Grow up.
Too late.
Childish.
Wait, we ain't asked Amari what she drinking.
Right. What the hell is your goddamn 3-course meal, Amari? You asked
I
the
want to know what you ordered.
question.
Probably
What's
noodles with sausage and egg. That's her three. That's 3 course. Noodles, sausage, and
I
egg.
said what she drinking tonight though.
Chicken
You need
nuggets.
hot sauce on that too.
Okay, so who said in your relationship, who said I love you first, and how did they say it? Or how did y'all respond to it?
Mm.
I said it first. I was definitely the pursuer in my relationship.
Okay. And so how long did it take you to say, man, I love you? How did you say it? How long did it take and how did you say it?
Shit. No, I got to piss. Hold on.
Hold that.
Hold that thought.
Yeah.
It took a couple of years only because I was afraid, but I just said it.
Yeah. So did you tell him like on the phone one night, like, oh, I love you, or did you?
It was on the
Olin,
phone. It was on the phone, and I don't even know if I got it back in return.
Did you really love him?
I loved my husband from the first day I saw him.
Wow.
From the first, like, I
Love at
believe
first
in love
sight.
at first sight. I do, because I knew it, which is crazy. That's how I know I've been here before. It was like, okay, we know each other some kind of fucking way. I don't know why I feel this way about this person, but it was that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pleading the fifth.
Oh, damn.
You wait, bona fide queen. He said it while y'all was doing it. That is some type of manipulation.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
It is. No.
It sounds like Jody.
Oh, wait a minute, because she added some context.
Okay, what's the context?
Everybody love each other when they're engaged in lustful behaviors.
No,
so to answer your question?
Not really.
No, because lust and love.
You can just love the activity. You don't necessarily have to love the person. Yes, manipulation. That's what it was. That's manipulation.
Yeah, you can't fall for the okie doke. You
Nah.
can't.
Yeah.
You know, it's a song called "In the Heat of the Moment."
So, Ms. Tway, you plead the fifth, huh?
You know,
why?
What's the point?
Just a question. I mean, you know.
What's the point in this bitch suing Shannon for $50 million?
I don't know.
Or $50,000.
He said that sound like Jody. That was funny as fuck.
It's Jody. Yeah.
But I will say this: being the first person to say I love you does give the other person a leg up, and it's not fair. And sometimes if they take advantage of that, it takes a while to get that under control.
Okay, so when you say I love you, how long ago was that from now?
You know how long we've been together?
No, I've been, girl, I mean, at 30 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah,
I'm going way back.
That's
but
dope.
Yeah. But it was 2 years after we met where I actually said it.
You held on to your real love for 2 years. You didn't tell him how you really felt.
I mean, he knew, but I just didn't say it.
Yeah.
Mr. Banks?
Let me tell you, I actually wrote out all of the words to, you know that song Let's Chill by Guy?
Yeah.
I actually wrote out all of those words, sent it in the mail.
Oh shit, that's cute.
That is.
Yeah.
So who said it first on your end, first caller?
I don't know, really, to be honest.
You're gonna need some input here. You about to be in trouble.
But you asked the motherfucking question, so we gonna need some
trouble.
We need some fucking answers.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
you can't handle the truth.
That's where jars of it's out now. It's unleashed.
I really don't know, to be honest, but I would imagine it wasn't me. When my wife is in the chat, if you want to comment and say otherwise, please do. But I don't think it was me, but I know how things progress. Like now, I don't know what I would have said then because we've been together for fucking damn near 19, damn near 20 years at this point, you know. But I know how I feel now versus what I said then. Like then I probably said some bullshit, you know what I mean, just on some game shit or whatever. But you know, I know how I feel now versus then. But I do think though, to kind of what Trish is getting at, I think the game has changed a lot. Like the way we did things then isn't necessarily the way they do things now. That's one reason I brought it up. I'm curious just to see how, you know, how you gave it up back then versus to how maybe somebody in the chat give it up now. If there's somebody in the chat that's in love that said I love you to a nigga yesterday, let us know. You know what I mean? I'm curious to just see how things was back then versus now.
Amari, I'm asking you that question right now. Was it you or was it the other person?
Oh, she in love?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to check and see. Has the word love been like thrown around? I'm excited because I want to help with the wedding and stuff if that's what it's happening. But if I'm going down the wrong path, then let me know. So yes, let's chill. That was the word. That was the song. That every time that song comes on, even now today, I tear up. She says she in love with herself. I love that.
Movie quote. Movie quote. Guess who this is and what movie and what actor? I'm putting cases on all you motherfuckers.
That's Denzel.
Absolutely. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
That's when I knew. I'm like, this dude can act. They said that wasn't even in the script. He just did that shit.
Yeah, he improvised that.
That's
so like you.
Anybody who wants to know, if you know, you know.
I love it.
So with you saying that's when you acknowledge that he can act. A lot of the other people, that's when they acknowledge him too. You know, he got an Oscar for that, I think, right? So
no, he should have got an Oscar for Malcolm X.
But he did not. That's my point.
Yeah.
They knew he
got an Oscar for Training Day before Malcolm X. I don't think he got. Did he get one for Malcolm X?
I don't think so.
No,
but
that's my point.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Embody Malcolm X. But I knew from Training Day, I'm like, this cannot be the same motherfucker that did Malcolm X.
Right.
That's when I knew he was bona fide, but he should have gotten it back in Malcolm X.
Yeah,
he should have.
But no, I
thought he
never failed. I've seen him even in what's that one with Spike Lee? Was it Love and Basketball? Is that what it was called?
No, it's He Got Game.
He Got Game.
Yeah.
That's when you knew?
No, I'm just saying I can think of so many other roles he's played over time.
Yeah.
You froze him like icicles, baby. Tell me where to go. Tell me. Okay, but yeah, so
yeah, Trish froze.
I've always enjoyed him. I've always enjoyed his acting. Like he's never failed me.
Yeah. Denzel is that dude. He been that dude. I don't see any role that he's played where he just like, all right, whatever. No, it seemed like he gave his all to every character.
Yeah.
You know, he became that character, whether he was the pilot in Flight or whether he was Frank Lucas in American Gangster. Right. So he just always embodied every piece of that character.
Yeah. They're from the movie Sinners, one of the cast members, I'm pulling up his name. But he was saying how he doesn't go into the role finds him. And that's how I look at Denzel. Like he becomes, like the role becomes who he is. And this particular actor, and I know if you've seen it, you'll know who I'm talking about. But he wasn't the young Sammy. He wasn't him, but the other blues player.
Oh, Delroy, Lindo Delroy,
I think that's his name. I don't know what it
the
is.
older cat, right?
Yep.
He's also a great.
And I can't even think. Like I just drew a whole
Yeah,
blank.
he's also a great actor too.
Yeah. So he that the role, finds its way to
Yeah,
him because he just,
yeah,
you forget he's acting. Yeah.
yeah. He's a great actor, and he played the hell out of that role too. If I
Yeah.
might add. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to speak. I didn't get a chance to comment on that. I know we kind of like veered, but so I want to ask y'all like on that subject or who said it first and all this other stuff. So, in my opinion, I think it's a matter of even still to this day, like what's relevant to this day, the ability to facilitate motivation and being receptive of that. You know what I mean? Because if there's no reception, then there's no connection. Y'all feel me?
Right. Yeah.
So if I can't motivate nobody, it ain't no connection there. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, and you don't have to answer, you don't have to disclose this to everybody that's watching live or who gonna watch this, but just ask yourself, you know what I mean? Does that same person motivate you or do you seek it outside of that person? In my opinion, that's just me. I'm different. My DNA is it's alien, right? But for me in general, if it ain't me, then it's completely wrong. And I need to
Did somebody put money?
need to take my talents elsewhere. Did y'all see the draft?
That's a fact. I've watched the draft all weekend.
Yeah.
I love
Top dollar.
I'm gonna give me a Shador jersey and a Bronny jersey.
Yeah. I mean, those brothers under so much pressure, and then you got that system trying to show them, hey, your father don't run nothing. You come for money, this and that. You too cocky, this and that, this and that.
But he
Hey,
do
man,
run it because they pick him up.
It's a difference between cockiness and confidence. Why should I be humble when I know who I am? You mad because I know who I am? That goes back to what we was talking about earlier. The awareness, that royalty. Loyalty is royalty. Everything else, all that fake shit is peasant. That's peasants to me. They way beneath me, man. You know what I mean? So they don't like when we get on our high horse. They don't like that. You know what I mean? They rather you just keep your head down and okay, yeah. No, sometimes you gotta talk your shit.
But
sometimes you gotta say fuck the vampires and keep it moving.
Keep it moving, man.
Okay, so when Shador got drafted, did y'all see it?
Nah.
I saw on his Instagram page where they were like dancing and stuff, but that's all I saw.
Okay, so to my point, to me it was so dope that he got drafted, I think 144 when his projected 5,
right?
But he celebrated. Right. He was still number 1,
right?
And in reality, everybody else saying it's a travesty. You know what I mean? Whoa, how did he slide 3, 4, 5 draft? Man, so I really admire the fact that him and his family still celebrated.
Yeah,
and his brother held him down like he was drafted number 1 and number 2.
Well, my husband just let me know. I didn't know that there was money involved in getting first and second and third draft pick. I didn't know.
Did you guys ever think about the fact that it's so similar to how the slave auction went?
Miss Toya, you're supposed to be sipping too right now too.
Oh, I'm ahead of y'all.
Okay. No, but I agree with that. I
see, and I don't. But go ahead. I'm listening.
Why don't you agree?
Because it fucks it up. It fucks up the entertainment for me. Like for me, I see these because the difference is with the slave trade, it was traded and they wasn't benefiting from their labor at all, opposed to these young black men who's benefiting from their talents. They're taking their mamas and daddies and families out of the hood. They're providing jobs to tens and hundreds of young black men who look like them, who came from impoverished areas. So for me,
some of them are, but some of them, they put people in place in their lives to make sure that they get that money back.
Like LeBron.
LeBron?
Like LeBron, one of his partners, he made him an agent.
No. LeBron is doing it right.
Right. That's what I said. Like,
get in there, and then they get with people who take the money back to the other vampires.
Oh, yeah.
And that's to be expected with poor education and shit like that. But I think initially from the get-go, you going from the project Section 8 to, let's say, a $5 million contract, right? This $5 million, let's say a $45 million contract.
Right.
That allows you to take care of those you need to in the event you do it the right way.
And where Shannon Sharpe is a part of that, right? He's a part of that pool that you're talking about.
Everything is going back to Shannon Sharpe as long as.
All I'm saying is Shannon Sharpe was in the NFL.
How long you like Shannon Sharpe?
Shannon Sharpe was a part of that slave pool in the NFL. And guess where the money about to go back to?
I don't see. I don't like. I'm here for the jokes and the bullshit. But
I'm not joking.
But see, okay, so
stupid prizes.
Okay, so for me, with this situation with Shedeur Sanders, it's a little different, right? Because Shedeur was raised, he had no off the field issues. You know, when you look at it, like a lot of the white quarterbacks in his position, right? The white quarterbacks in the last, let's say, decade, with the similar arrogance, they all had off the field issues. Shedeur, his daddy's present, has no off the field issues, got a great GPA, super talented.
That's why he was later on picked, because he's not playing their game.
Right.
They want to humble him. Yeah.
But he's doing it right the way it needs to be.
100%.
I hate to keep bringing up Shannon Sharpe, but Shannon Sharpe got played.
He did.
He played himself.
You don't get him ammunition.
Shedeur is not gonna get played like that.
Yeah.
No.
Thank God.
Shit, his college.
He has a strong foundation.
Man, I'm out here in Colorado. All these white bitches love Shedeur Sanders.
Absolutely, and because they want to be Gabby.
But
to him,
but to his credit, you don't catch him with women. You know, he do things right, which is why I think it was unfair. The whole draft was unfair. He do things the right way.
Well, that's in my opinion, first caller, that's a message not only to him but to us too. You know what I mean? They not gonna award a real nigga, man.
Right, yeah.
They're not gonna reward. When I say a real one, I mean a real one, meaning in all way. So, you know what I mean? Like you doing. Because they don't want to promote that. They want to promote the single mother in the projects and her son finally made it so they could tell her whatever so she can convince him to accept whatever, and they can offer him whatever, and they can still be in control of the situation. You know what I mean? So they're not going to promote a black father that's there with his sons and telling them, hey, no, keep your head up. And when you get out of line, I'm gonna get in your back pocket. You know what I mean? But we still gonna be right here on draft day with this $250,000 chain on. No, they don't like that part. You see what I'm saying? They don't like that part because they ain't never been able to break prime time.
Right. Yeah.
Not ever. Even when I didn't understand the business side of sports, and I'm looking at it as a fan, like how could he go from the Cowboys to the 49ers and Falcons? And I didn't know, but he was like, no, my health is my wealth. As soon as I stub my toe, they're gonna say I ain't worth 10 million. So that's when I started to wake up way back then. You see what I'm saying? So no, they're not gonna promote that. unfortunately, but it's a good eye opener for us to see that, oh, we see what you're doing, so we need to do more of what we doing, promote ourselves.
Right,
There's
right.
plenty black agents out there, and there's plenty black families that stand in solidarity, or blended families with different cultures, different ethnicities, biracial, whatever, to stand in solidarity and say, no, this is what we doing, and this how we gonna do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because they don't want to promote that, because they want to make us think that don't exist. They want to make us think that the black father don't exist, like we just incarcerated or somewhere at the liquor store waiting for change.
right. Yeah,
So, in real life, man. So they're not gonna promote that, and I understand it. I mean, hate is a powerful weakness, man. You know what I mean? It's a powerful insecurity. How could you hate something because it's great? Motherfuckers to get you a ladder and step your game up, but they can't because they don't have this. It's genetic, fam. It's genetic. They don't.
That's what we
They
have to
don't have
understand.
it, man.
It is
And
propaganda.
we have to understand it.
That's what we have to understand. Because they call that being woke, being aware that they're using this as a tool. It's propaganda.
Right.
I heard a lady quote. She's from a Georgia representative. I think her name is Inga Willis. She said, "We cannot afford to be afraid when we are at war with the propaganda of fear." And then I heard Whoopi Goldberg say on The View, saying it's not a war against love and hate. It's a war against love and fear. So she omitted hate and put it to fear. And I just kind of been focusing on that. Like, is it that they fear? And then when I thought about it, I'm like, no, they ain't scared. But then, yeah, they are, when they know our power. But the fear factor for them is not having control. They just want to rule over us. And whenever that power is relinquished, their fear factor is not having control.
Yes.
Not they fear us, it's just their power structure.
Yes.
That's the fear factor.
And I believe that.
Agreed.
I believe that, and they'll never admit to that.
We're all starting to wake up to who we really, really are, and I'm so excited about it. I just hope that we all get it before it's a little too late. And it's movies like Sinners that's gonna, wake that up in us. And so if you haven't seen that movie, please go see it.
Yeah.
It's definitely for you. It's definitely about you. It's definitely something that we all should be tapped into.
Yeah.
For sure.
Agreed. And I do want to talk about it more too. Go ahead, first caller.
So I think I got an unpopular opinion. I don't think they fear as much as they used to. And I say that only because I think now they're keeping our most influential people doped up, whether it be drugs or whether it be influence.
Or a bite on the neck. Go see the movie.
Yeah, or RICO charges. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much going on now to where I don't think they fear someone. They're just like, oh, let's slap the niggas with a RICO. Let's slap them with, let's reduce the influence a little bit. Let's call them crazy. I don't think they fear us as much as they used to. Because before, when they feared us, we was actually out here swinging. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, we're just talking about it. So I don't think they fear us as much as they used to.
I agree with that to an extent. And when you say the most of the influential people, if they make you, they can break you, right? So if they build you, they can destroy you. So if we think about it, the people that they've been destroying in front of our face, it's been the people that they've built. You know what I mean? Like the people who were built by us, the self-made people who come from the soil like us, and the people who we've built, who haven't crossed over, who they don't have no ties to, they can't get to with nothing. They haven't been able to really affect them like that.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Between the two.
You said what?
Give us an example from the two. Those that we built up versus those that they kind of spotlighted.
Okay, let me. Okay, so we talked about like RICOs or People wearing dresses, this and that, this and that.
Yeah.
So let's look at somebody like Master P or Jay Prince. I don't even want to say Jay Prince because his name he in the middle of some stuff behind his sons. But let's say somebody like Master P, right? So Master P, he didn't venture over to the other side, and when he played that game, he beat them at their own game, to where he was still winning and still building, instead of just giving everything to them and saying, okay, I'm gonna do it exactly how y'all want me to do it, and I'm gonna give y'all complete control of whatever I have and everything I own. And I think, in my opinion, he's a good example of that right here, right now, like where we stand, because he's the most in our face, right? He's the most popular in our face, independent, and come from the ground. But a lot of them other people, man, if you look at them, you could tell that they were just waiting. They were waiting, and regardless of all the dumb stuff they were doing along the way, wearing the dresses, painting their fingernails, and voting for a certain person and all this other stuff, eventually they still, because it has to be a public humiliation involved with them. And we could see, like, it's been some public humiliations. It's been some public sacrifices. You know what I mean? So we see it in front of our face. But when we see the ones that they getting, it's been the ones that's been over there dancing with the devil. You dance with the devil, he gonna change the music every time. He gonna step on your feet every time.
Have you seen the movie yet?
Of course.
Dance with the devil, he gonna follow your way.
Yeah,
so
she has some more questions in regards to the movie Sinners, and I felt like her questions were spoilers, so I don't want to really elaborate on it.
Okay.
Chance to, see it. But yeah, it's fun to talk about, to have that conversation, and it's very relative to what you're saying right now, Mr. Banks. I mean, it all ties into me, just having an understanding, having that wisdom, and just knowing what the struggle is. To piggyback with our first caller though, like, my whole point about the fear factor is the fear of them losing power. It wasn't like a fear factor of them worried about them whooping they ass, because we know that could happen. You know what I'm saying? They use that too because they have to keep us oppressed, to keep their knee on our neck. But the fear factor overall is a power structure. And they've been able to maintain and do them and just go over and take over colonies and countries and people and cultures. And they see, what I've heard too, is that they're losing that power, slipping out of their hands. And so that's what they fear. They know who we are, but they fear not being in a position of power. I don't think they even think that they will be treated badly by us because they know who we are. You know what I'm saying? But we will make sure that the shit is right. You know what I'm saying? There won't be no racism, there won't be no discrimination. It'll be a different type of way of living, and that's not how they want to live because they're vampires.
Okay, I want to. Okay, let me add this too, right?
Sure.
So, I mean, before we close, because I know y'all ready to close. Yeah. I think a lot of us, like us, our people, right? It's like three different shades of melanin on the screen right now. So what I charge y'all with is learn about the Moors and how they got down. You know what I mean? And it'll give you a sense of pride. It'll give you a sense of education, and it'll put things in perspective into what was really going on and perhaps why them people hate us, right? You know what I'm saying? And why we should have never, ever, 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 ever gave them the ball back. You know what I mean? So I think we need to study ourselves and learn about the Moors. And in addition to that, when it comes to a message, when it comes to a speaker, somebody who stands up in front, first they're going to call them crazy, him or her, they're going to say they're crazy. And then him or her, they're going to criminalize them. If not enough people are going to agree with them being crazy, then they're going to say, oh, what they're doing is actually against the law. So for the people who are really hypersensitive to law, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, technically that is against the law, so that is right." And so whatever actions they take towards,
Become president. Okay, but yeah.
yeah, and if you realize that they've done it to all the leaders, the ones who stepped up front and said, "Okay, I'll be the face of this movement. I'll be the voice of this movement." And that's why my thing is that's why I'm not big on the internet and none of that. Come together collectively and just move in silence. We ain't got to broadcast everything you're gonna do. You know what I mean? Because they, of course, they got hella slave catchers. They got hella, man. They speak like us. They look like us. They sag our pants. They got tattoos. Everything. They fit the profile. So we would never look at them because we so busy watching for the ops. But they right up on our nose like a mustache. You see what I'm saying? So we got to converse selectively and make sure the word get out to those who we know is on with same stuff we on, and then don't broadcast everything and get our money up, stay aware, and get our firepower up. They strapped, y'all.
Yeah.
They strapped and they super ignorant. They stupid. Only thing they know is kill us.
AF.
You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing they know. That's the only thing they care about is kill us. And they got a lot. They ready, man. They ready. So I just want to put that out there, y'all.
So I'm looking forward to just wrapping it up. I know if you want to add to it, any one of y'all, please feel free to chime in. You want to kind of rewind it back. We were talking about the draft and how some people got humbled. I just wanted to add Mr. Shabazz comment in there in reference to that conversation. He said young Sanders was drafted number 144, and he was drafted by a team with an accomplished quarterback. If he had been drafted where he was supposed to be drafted, he had a better chance of making a team. The NFL power structure wanted to punish him because of his father's fame.
Can I comment on that?
You know, Donald Trump commented on it. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Shedeur got drafted to the Browns, which they don't have an accomplished quarterback. So I'm not sure what Mr. Shabazz is talking about.
Yeah, Watson been hurt for a long time.
Who's their quarterback?
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson, who's also been in sex allegations and
Right.
sued by 23 people. And Tony Busby, ironically, was
He Shannon Sharped himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a word now.
But
It's a verb.
He's to Mr. Shabazz's point, he was a decent quarterback, but
it's an adjective.
I think it's a good look for Shedeur just to go over there and participate. And he got a job. He got a job, so I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited that I'm going to get his jersey. My husband's going to be so mad because it's not a Cowboys jersey, but I'm going to get Shadir's jersey.
I believe you. I know how you rock. When you rock with somebody, that's what you do.
Right.
So Shedeur might be the new Kaepernick.
And I'm going to get Bronny's jersey. I don't care what y'all say.
Yeah, I know y'all.
Bronny's amazing.
Ain't nobody in their jersey, as long as they ain't no racist, stuff going on. Do you, boo? No hate. So let's wrap it up, you guys. I just want to just say that I'm so grateful for you guys for just rocking with me.
We love you.
I love y'all. Being a support. Everybody loves when y'all come on. So the chemistry is great, and I just enjoy it. Just hashing out. Look, we didn't even discuss what we was going to talk about, and the chemistry is just there. So that's what I love and appreciate with y'all. And we do this periodically, y'all. When everybody's schedule fits. So keep rocking with us. So let's close out. I will let you have something to say, Miss Trish, if you want to add anything extra.
I don't really have too much to add. I'm just very grateful for my people. I just really hope that this point in time in our political climate, in our, just how things are right now, I hope that the global majority of people just come together, unite, and understand and realize that this shit is real and that we need each other to survive. And so global majority, look it up if you're not familiar.
First caller.
Oh man. Okay, so for me, for starters, I know Mr. Banks talks about Master P. He had this program going on.
Oh.
It was a pyramid scam. I ain't like it. I ain't like it. But
I know.
That's just me. But I really think that right now it's time for everybody to come together. You know, I mean, regardless of your political views, regardless of your sexuality or what have you, we should all come together. I personally believe I live in the greatest country in the world. That being said, I want to do my part to ensure my neighbors have an equal experience. You know, I'm hoping they do the same for me. And so that being said, I think we all should do our part to just be kind to each other. That's it. Be kind, look out for one another.
That's what's up. All right, Mr. Baby, what you got to say?
Hey, progress is a process, for real life.
Yep, I want to encourage you all to keep your head up. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Go find joy in life. And I love you guys, and I hope that you have a good evening. I wanted to play this little clip before we got up out of here with Chris Rock. I know y'all don't really, some people don't really rock with him, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, not me.
That's me. You owe me $40.
Yeah, you owe me some. Who
I just laughed.
But he basically talking about how, you know, white people still wouldn't trade places with us just because of the way we treat it, right? Shout out to Chrissy at the end of the show. I appreciate y'all. Oh, let me get my clap in too for those of you who were live in the chat with us today.
Green,
you know,
genuinely poised. Amari,
Christy, Africa.
Christy. Oh yeah, Africa.
La
Brea for sure.
Amari, we love all y'all.
Yeah, with somebody else. I'm sure we shouted y'all out along the way, but you know
we didn't get a chance to. Did we ask them what they was drinking tonight?
Yeah, we did. You weren't here.
Alicia was here.
Yeah, Alicia.
Let's see. I think we.
Who you forget? You got somebody else, Miss Trish?
No. Yes, we're praying for Amari in her final exam.
Yes, you got this. You got this. You've been working too hard not to get it.
So I do have one more request before we close it out.
Yeah.
Miss Trish, what was the OJ? What did they close it out with? See, come on. What did they close it out?
Stairway to Heaven.
It might have been Stairway. No. It might have been that. I think it might have been that.
By step.
Yeah. I think that was it.
Right.
I think, but I don't know if Africa's still on here, but I think it was that.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's Eddie Levert, man. That's Joe Levert daddy, y'all.
Oh shit.
I know.
Shout out Joe Levert.
It's a lot of fun. He said you can call me on my party line. All right.
Hey, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Love y'all.
You watch me, we're losing everything. We're fucking losing. Affirmative action and these evil aliens, and we're fucking losing the country. Losing? Shut the fuck up. White people ain't losing shit. If y'all losing, who's winning? And ain't us getting the trigger around this motherfucker? It ain't us shit. Shit, there ain't a white man in this room that would change places with me. None of you. None of you would change places with me, and I'm rich.
Yeah.
How good it is to be white. There's a white one-leg busboy in here right now that won't change places with my black ass. He's like, nah, man, I don't want to switch. I want to ride this white thing out. See where it takes me.
All I'm gonna say is, if I had to come back 50 million times in more previous lives, I would always want to come back as a black woman. Just saying that. Every single fucking time. Maybe a black man too, but a black woman for sure.
Hey, so if you came back, hey, but if you came back as a black man, you'd be a real nigga, huh?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I love being black. I love being black.
Hey, so look, I want to say this before we close. I know that I was saying that like as a joke, but just shout out to all the real women of color that support real niggas, man. Like, for real. Sometimes we don't got all the answers. Sometimes we don't have a plan, but all we have is our ambition and our courage. Sometimes I got more courage than common sense, more balls than brains, but I'm gonna get that shit done. We're gonna get it cracking like eggshells on Easter, homie, for real. So shout out to all the women that, man, got our back like a chiropractor, for real.
We see it.
But I can't lie, the price of eggs this year was too expensive.
So,
We hung out for a minute. You know we love each other.
All right.
yeah.
All y'all who hung out with us. I know some of y'all probably had to check out, but don't be shy. Continue. You know, you can hop back on and finish watching. It's a lot of good content. I enjoyed you guys. All right, I'm gonna let y'all get out of here.
Love y'all.
Okay.
God bless.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you back.